Tom, no, you're on mute, mate.
Yeah, I muted myself. I never know.
You did mute yourself.
I'm
Sorry,
a
that
little
was a
under
bit.
the weather
That was
here.
a bit.
I don't want to, I haven't been, this will be my third live within 12 hours.
Oh yeah, that's what my live. That's what I'm going to be like. Hang on, I've got to stop this music in the background. That's what it's going to be like here for me. Hi, Louise. Hi, Mila.
Hi
How
there.
you doing?
Mila.
Locky's coming. He'll be here shortly. He just had a few things that he needed to do.
Yeah, let's get up here for a little while.
I can barely hear you, Tom.
Here, is this a little better?
Yes, it is. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're just waiting for people to
Thank
arrive
you,
in. Hello.
Let me.
Okay.
Oh gosh. I will have to go to your page. I can't really share this out, I guess.
I've shared it out to the normal pages, to the normal things.
That's
So so you won't have to unless you know some sites that I don't know. I just wondering if my son will be matched up. Okay, so Louise, did you read the ticker that's going across the bottom of the screen here at the moment? We are actually doing a live broadcast here to raise funds for a lady and her family called Penny Evans. So for those people who are not sure what this live is about, please read at the bottom of the screen what it's saying. Because it's I know it's extremely hard for a lot of people to be where they are at the moment, and I am in a position, or the people that are on this live are in a position to be able to donate our time and our energy towards Penny and her family in the form of doing readings. So if you want to have a look at the description in the I think that's above it. I can't even remember where it is, but yeah. So there's not very many people here at the moment, but I'll go through it, and also if you could just have a look at the description, that would help you. No, that's okay, Louise. Please, by all means, pop in a small donation if you'd like. Any amount would be okay. If you would like a card or something like that, just pop in $5 or a couple of dollars. If you want a full-blown reading, Locky. Oh my God!
The wee beasties rear their heads. That's what my great Scottish great grandmother, the wee beasties. You're muted, I think.
I'm still muted because she's still barking, and that annoys me.
Well, we're used to it. We're used to it. This is the Caroline show. Caroline and doggies.
No, the dogs want to chew somebody at the front door, whoever it is. They want to chew somebody. Anyway, so continuing on, in the description, what it's basically saying is that Penny lives in Johannasberg in South Africa, And the economic environment over there is extremely difficult, and it's been like that for quite some time. I think everybody watches the news to some extent. I don't watch the news, but I do know that it's really hard. And I'm not saying it's not hard any other part of the world, but where she is at the moment it is extremely hard to live. So, although Penny's got a job, the wages that she gets are only just barely enough to cover the rent, and there's very little left over for bills, like for gas, for electricity, telephone, water, all the things that we ordinarily pay for. And in particular, my concern is the food issue, because people just don't feed themselves properly. So I'm concerned. Their staple diet at the moment consists of bread. Right? They eat it for breakfast. They have it for snacks during the day. They have it for toast for dinner, and it's just bread. So it's not enough to maintain uh, anybody's health. And sorry. um, we're in a community, and when someone is suffering, all we want to do is step in and help that family in need. So I'm just basically reading back what the description is saying above it. So I just want to let everybody know why this is happening, just in case you can't access the description. Um, it's basically no different for me, because when I do my lives during the day, I actually send my donations to the Anti-Child Trafficking Fund. So for today, I think it's going to be for Penny. And during the week, Tom will be doing some himself on his platform, and I may go over there. But I will also be doing lives on my platform to help her out as well. And the funds will go directly to her. Now, what I want to say is that Penny, she has already expressed her profound gratitude in advance for people who are sending funds through for her. She's not the sort of person, I don't think any of us are, that ask for money when things are down, because everyone knows how hard it is. But we all do what we can. So the other thing that she wants you to know is that what we're going to do is, she is okay with putting up a post to show everybody where the money has actually gone to, so that you know what's happening here.
Chandra has contributed.
Yeah, okay, Chandra, I'll write that down.
I wrote it down too. If we need to know, because it's not like it's going to pop over on hers. So just let us know if you donate. I wanted to just add a thing about my friend Penny. I called her the ghost because when times started getting really hard, she had to move from where she was living. It's a long, twisted story, but she basically is underemployed and she's paying so much for rent after she moved, and they've been gone through all of their resources, just everything. And she's desperately trying to find other work, and they literally living on bread. And there are days where she feeds her family and her mother and her 15-year-old daughter, and she doesn't eat. So we
Yeah.
would appreciate sharing out. I love the community too. And she happened to come onto a show with us. She happened to pop in as a guest on a show I was doing with the Kitchen Witch. And then I was able to get a hold of her for the first time in like 6 months. She just ghosted. She did not want anybody to know of her situation. So
No.
she's a very private person, and I really appreciate, and we're going to be doing these for a while, and I'm going to contribute what I could this month.
Yes.
And I'd like to continue until this situation is resolved.
Yes, absolutely.
Because this is what we do for each other when we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey there.
Hey, Rick, how are you? Hi, Susie. Hi, everybody else. If I haven't said hello to you already, and I'm going to have to shut that curtain shortly because it's going to come straight in onto my face. Penny had a few words that she wanted written or she wanted said as well, which is also in the description. But she just wanted to let you know that this is her words. When people are going through tough times, we need to recognise that there's always help out there. I would like everyone to know that we are never alone in our journey, and she sends her gratitude always, and that is from Penny. So please, if you have anything that you can spare, please send it to the link at which I've got a pin to the bottom of the page, the bottom of the chat as well. Please send it there, and we can send it through to Penny as soon as the live is finished. If you would like an in-depth reading, just send the minimum $20 US through, and you will get a really good reading, whoever is here on the live with me at the time. All right, so any amount, if you want to just donate, it doesn't matter. It can be a couple of US dollars, it can be 5, it can be 10, but please pop your donation in. Anything will be better than nothing. We'll go to donate now, but no reading necessary for me. Thank you so much, Vicky. Vicky is, she's my crystal person. So Vicky, don't forget to pop your page up so that people can see your link, please. And if you don't do it, I will do it as soon as I can.
Thank you, Vicky.
Yeah, can you just talk for a minute
Sure.
while
Have I ever had a problem talking?
No, you
I will
haven't.
mute. I will mute myself if I start spewing. I'm a little sick right now. I'll be spewing phlegm from every orifice if I don't watch it. I hope the cough syrup holds up here. I also have been trained by Kitchen Witch and Tarot, so now I do tarot as well. Although I do need to sometimes read the information, and it's night here, so I do look a little creepy without the sun shining in. I'm kind of a creepy old man anyway, huh? Postal lady.
What? You're not creepy? No, you're not creepy. Although you're very dark here at the moment. I'm on one side of the screen and I'm very light, but you're very dark. So I don't know why you're so dark there.
Well, I don't have any. I'll turn the light up here a little bit. Let me see.
Thank you, Chandra. Thank you, thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you, Chandra.
Don't forget to let me know, people, in the comments whether or not you've popped through a donation for yourself to get
Please
a
do.
reading.
Please do.
And I have to pin something here, so just give me 2 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah, we do have another lunar eclipse. Yeah. We didn't get to see any eclipse here. Yeah. Yep. Anyway. Thank you for popping that up.
Yeah, I've just got to pin it. So give me a second.
The way I know it, when she didn't have a lot of resources, but had some resources, she used to donate to these shows and things all the time.
Yep.
And she really didn't have the money to spare, but she still donated. So really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and pull a few cards here.
Yeah, do that, Tom, please.
For
been able to watch. Hi, Tatiani. How are you? Please read the description, people, so that you know what the live is about, but also look at the ticker at the bottom, the one that runs across the bottom of the screen. That will tell you what this is about as well. 222 on mine. Woohoo! Go Fiona.
Yeah.
Thank you, Susie. I got it. Blessings to you.
Thank you. Yeah, she can't afford gas to get to and from work. That's gone crazy there. And they're cutting power where she's only going to be getting power 12 hours a day, which causes a lot of security issues and everything, as you can imagine there.
Oh, yeah, I know somebody else that lives over there as well, and that cutting the power
It's,
seems to be an ongoing thing. It has been for a number, like I'm talking, I've known about this for over a year. So, what's the go
close
with
to two.
that?
Close to two. It's some sort of a political issue going on over there. I don't. She's explained it, but and I read about it. But basically, it's very hard to raise children, and she can't send her daughter
Mm,
to school, and they don't have a social security net there. We assume certain things when you live in the United States or in
yeah,
Australia or other countries. We assume there are certain safety nets, either public or private, for you, and it's just non-existent there. So
yeah. Well, it is in a lot of places around the world. I know it's not here. There is a safety net here in Australia, which I'm very grateful for because, oh, goodness, okay. Karen Ellis.
I'm going to pull one card for the collective here. Uh, wow. Ace of Swords.
Oh my God, Vicky. Oh
Manifestation.
my God, Vicky. You guys are going to make me cry.
Oh, it's Eliza Ellis.
I did, Vicky, thank you. And I did, Eliza, I got yours as well.
Ace of Swords.
It's gone through. Seriously, guys, I'm kind of blown away here at the moment by how much you guys are putting in. So I really am. We are appreciative of the money that you are donating at the moment. She will just be blown away. Sorry, Tom, go on.
Oh, that's quite all right. It makes me weep to think about it, and I know she will too. And this is a
Yeah.
tough. This is a tough Dutch lady.
Oh,
I can't pronounce it. She calls herself a bah or something. My
oh, a
God,
what?
the accent, a bah or something. I can't even begin to pronounce it. My God, that that Afrikaans Dutch accent.
Yeah,
She's mixed English and Afrikaans Dutch, and she's hilarious, just hilarious. But I drew a card, the Ace of Swords, which means new beginnings for the collective. That is cool. Now I don't have them all memorized. I should have.
no, that's okay. But I
Oh,
have
that's
you.
manifestation. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, 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 no. Just go for it with the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups or Ace of Swords?
Ace of Swords.
Okay, far away.
That's manifestation. I better put on some glasses. It is kind of dark in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh, clarity, new ideas. And I felt that this is new beginnings, which all of us can use. The gift of clarity and new ideas is being presented to you. Be open to receiving this gift from the divine. And when the Ace of Swords and appear in a spread, it points to bright ideas, mental clarity, and the instant insight needed for swift action. I love that. And I am going to pull a card for Chandra. She's so busy being freaked out here, man. She can't do her Caroline business.
You can't.
I
Sorry.
call her
What
talking
is
about
Shannon
you.
doing? Huh?
I said you're so busy doing your Caroline business.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've not done one with I've not done a donation drive. I've done one for Joanna
Mhm.
a long time ago, but I've not done one with the person that it involves not on the show. So, I'm going
I,
through.
I will turn the light up. It's because I look old and weird with the light up. Okay. There.
No,
There's
you
my
don't. You
light.
don't look old and weird. Give me a break.
Oh God, I just turned 72 back in
Okay, you old fart.
Yeah, yeah. I knew it was coming. Yeah. What did we call you? Goddess of the Caroline, goddess of the white.
Oh,
I
right.
think is
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
I think that's what we called you. Yeah. I thought
You
that's
did.
what I have not done this for a long time, and I just started doing a few with Christine Caballero, the kitchen witch. So and I've been doing a meditation and light with Christine and on a page, on a private page, and with her and Karen
Just
Pascal.
interrupt you there for a minute, Tom.
You bet.
Penny's just come into the chat and she just wanted to say, hi everyone, thought I'd pop in and say hi and thank you for what you are doing for me and my family from the bottom of her heart. So she's going to be here for as long as she can be. She will have to go to work shortly. So, if Penny goes, Jessie might come in shortly after that, because I know Jessie wants to be here. And Jessie, I keep saying she's 14. Is she actually now 15,
She's
Penny?
15. Oh my gosh, I hadn't seen her in years, and then I saw her, and I was like, my God,
Yeah,
she turned into a young
yeah,
woman,
yeah, she has.
like boom.
Yeah, she has.
And she had a beautiful tribute to both her mother and grandmother that must
Yes,
have
she,
had
oh,
her
she
both
did. I know.
together.
I
Didn't
read
you
it.
see that?
Sent me to tears.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to leave that at the bottom of the screen for a bit while Tom is talking about it. But Penny, we're here for you, and just make sure that you 14 turning 15. Okay, all right. So I did get it right, but she'd probably want me to call her 15 years old because that's what kids do.
I thought she was 15. I thought she said,
14 turning 15 in
oh,
July.
15. Yeah, but I think she called herself 15. I get
Yes,
it.
of course she would. She's young. I'm just going to turn this sun off a little bit.
But she just looked so totally different. I didn't even recognize her when I saw a recent picture of her. Yeah. I've got a tissue here, but since I'm sick and my nose is running, I got excuses. I'm not weepy. Yeah, yeah, that was quite the beautiful words. And I guarantee you, I was able to talk to her during the brief times when
Yeah.
she could actually get out with Penny, that she is so appreciative of just small amounts, man. Anything just matters so much to her. And since our friend Chandra, and it's very late there, Chandra is in Arizona, so she's on Pacific time, which is 3 hours later than me, but it's still 10 o'clock at night there. So if you're still here, Chandra, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. And whatever you wish to do there, Ms. Postal Lady. If you remember, I told you going postal has a certain
Yes.
connotation in the United
Yes.
States.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
And why do I have a Facebook user here? Who on earth is Facebook user?
Yeah,
That's been a long time since I've had a Facebook user here. Who is it?
I don't know. You'll have to go to your page. I don't have your page
Hi.
up.
No,
I
I'll
used to
have a
be.
look.
I used to link the. Send the link out that told you how to go to StreamYard and give them permission.
Yeah, but I haven't had this forever. So this person that said hi, can I ask who you are, please? Because it would be really nice to know who it is. Hi, Karen. How are you? Did you read the bio, Karen, or the intro? Just to let you know, who's that?
Hi, Karen. This is for Penny Evans, who's she and her family are literally starving right now, and for I don't know why it's about swords. It's about action. And
Penny, if you're still here, Tom's doing a reading for you.
Chandra, this is for Chandra.
Oh, sorry, my bad,
Chandra,
Chandra. Mm.
I got the Eight of Swords. Gosh, feeling trapped, restriction. Do not let fear hold you back or keep you trapped in your current reality. With patience and determination, you can always find a way forward. You're ready to confront some limiting and uncomfortable restraints, including self-imposed ones. And what I'm feeling about is there's a way forward or a way out for you. That came to me that you might not be seen or you might not be willing to take. And I don't know if this is professional or personal. I know that I feel in my situation now sometimes very restricted. Money doesn't go very far right now in the United States. You know, uh,
Mm.
and around the world, pretty much the economies have kind of, inflation is kind of running away. But also, I know when you're in a family and you're in a marriage and you're so burdened, work and home and kids and husband and all that crap. It's sometimes very difficult to feel like to lose track of yourself. And I believe this is an illusion that we can all break out of. By the way, I don't know if you guys know about positive pineapple and Anthony and the Paco Kuni tradition, but I'm actually training in that now. So I
Oh,
am
yes.
training to be an Incan shaman. It just happened
Woohoo!
out.
Oh, Tommy.
Uh it's a lot of work and a lot of
Yeah.
it is kind of confusing to me and it's kind of alien. But what I found is the minute I stepped, and this kind of goes with the card and the reading for Chandra. Once I stepped on that path, it was like decisions and things were made for me. I'm all about swords, Tom. Totally me. I believe it, Chandra. I've always gotten the most beautiful kind of like, I don't know, like elemental, just sprite, fairy energy off of Chandra. I always have.
Yeah, I know. She's a beautiful soul. This is who we're doing the reading for, isn't it, Tom?
Chandra, yes.
Okay, so are you done with that or are you still going
I
with
think
your
I think I'm done. I might pull another card, but I think I'm done.
all right. Okay, Chandra, this is I don't know what it's to do with, but I did pull a card for you. And I got card number 14, which talks about beautiful uncaging. And what this card is, the key concepts of this particular card is the prison of guilt, the need for self inventory, rigorous honesty, accountability, making amends for yourself. At this time, you're being called to assess where guilt is playing a part in your lives. Recognize how it's affecting you and others, and address it so that you can release it from your grip. Uh, Guilt is a powerful emotion, and it you need to transform that. You need to transform that, Chandra, because it's holding you back. Yeah, you so need to let go of, yeah, you do. And this is what the card is asking you. It is asking you to uncage yourself. And we have got a lot, we, particularly as parents, have a lot of guilt. And unfortunately, we can't, um, as a parent, it's hard to let go of that. If from things that have happened in the past, what we can do is put in our minds, just reword the sentence and say it was what it was, and it was there for a reason to teach us. So don't do this self-sabotage thing, okay? um, and they're also saying that self-blame can lead to behaviors that perpetuate low self-worth. So they're asking you to just rearrange the way you feel about yourself, Chandra. And I think a lot of us are going through that. That's for a collective, I think a lot of us are going through that at the moment, where we need to understand that we are worthy of being here, of being part of life, and we are here because it was designed to be here. All of us.
Yeah, how posh sounding. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, shut
yeah.
up, Tom. Shut up. So, if you have done or said something which you need to make amends for, is there something that you do that you need to make amends for within yourself or outside of yourself? Have you disregarded a boundary or broken a promise or done something that you feel it doesn't sit right with you, Chandra? Guilt can make you aware of any potential ways that you can give this type of guilt to yourself. Yes, standing in your power, absolutely standing in your power, all right? And now is that time. I think we've all got to stand in our power now. We've all got to transform. We need to transmute that energy of guilt, and we need to use it in a positive way. I question a couple of areas. Yeah. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Um,
Jamie.
okay, so that's basically what that card is saying to you. All right. Um, it's also the other card that I've got here, Chandra. Hi, Kirsty.
Kirsty.
Um, This one here is here for you as well, Chandra. It's actually called Close Encounters, and its key concepts are vulnerability as a strength. All right. So they're asking you to be more vulnerable. They're asking you to step into your more authentic self. And being that authentic self, they're asking, that it's okay to be vulnerable. That's what we're here for as well, to learn how to be vulnerable, but be strong in your vulnerability. All right. Just lower that net that you put around yourself, so people can see who you are. And you are a thinking human being, Chandra. Whenever I go into your lives, you're always thinking. You've got this Virgo mindset, a Caroline mindset of like, oh my God, where is that going to go? And in 10 seconds of thought, your mind goes to all of these different places. All right. You sent a payment. Okay, thank you, Karen. I'll
Karen,
have a look.
Karen Rosinski also donated. We probably should do her because it's 12 o'clock at night there where she's at. She just got home from work, so we probably should do Karen Rosinski next.
Well, okay. There was somebody else.
I've got Vicky, Mila
Yeah, no,
Chandra's.
Mila has just. We can pay that one forward. She doesn't actually want a reading for herself. Susie
Vicky's
doesn't
a
want a
har.
reading.
Okay,
Sorry.
you've got more people than I do. Go ahead. And
Yeah. I can wait.
Tatiani.
Tatiani. Sorry. Oh no, Tatiani has Tatiani done that as well? Has she?
I thought she had. I thought you said she had, or she had. I don't know.
And Karen Ellis. Karen, did you want a reading as well? And thank you, Karen Rudzinski, for
Yeah,
your payment in. I'll just
I
write it
pulled.
down.
I pulled one more card for
She does
Sean.
want a reading.
It's Three of Cups. I'll let you take care of that and quit trying to confuse you. How
Yeah,
does
no, go
that
on.
sound?
Okay, yes, you just sit there and read for me.
Okay. Usually, it used to be when we did this, I kept tabs of who did what, but we don't do that
Hmm.
anymore since I don't have everything. And I just had Three of Cups for
Three
you.
of Cups makes sense, Tom. She says.
Yep. Celebration, togetherness. Rejoice and celebrate with the people you care about and allow your connection to lift your spirits. Cups are emotions. So I love that. I love that. I loved how our readings tended to flow in together
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah, I like that. I remember that before.
yes. You're
Yeah.
a lot calmer. You're a lot calmer now, Tom, than what you. What do you remember when we first started?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I was wired up. My blood pressure was screaming.
Yeah,
I'm operating on about 25% heart now, so
I
I
know.
don't have as much energy to run around and act stupid. I still act stupid, just not quite as energetically.
You can't run away from the redhead anymore either.
No, she's here. Yeah, she's here to punish me at will. Actually, our lives are so much better than they used to be.
Good, good.
Oh yeah, it
I need to
went.
go to the shops. I love the fact that you are rallying around the lady in distress. Legends to you all. Bye. Okay, Rick, have a good afternoon. As I said, as I wrote in the comments before, I am really glad that you have applied for that help from Centrelink, because that is what it is there for. Don't ever feel bad about using that, because believe it or not, you've paid your taxes and you are entitled to use that help.
I'm on old people dole here because I
Yep,
didn't build up any retirement. I didn't
yep,
work anywhere long enough. And by the time I got to a certain age, they were closing these plants. I was working maintenance. They kept closing them, or my wife would move her job, and then she couldn't work anymore. And the next thing I know, I'm on I've retired and on Social Security, and she's on disability. But we worked our ass off our whole lives.
yeah, yes, exactly.
I
That's
can't,
exactly it.
you know.
Thank you, Tom, for doing the work for Penny as well. There you go. And Tom will be going in with Christine, the Kitchen Witch, as well. He'll be doing some lives. And Tom, you need to tag me in that so that I
I
know
sure
when you're
will.
doing it. And
Maybe,
if
maybe
I'm
we'll
not
find a
busy, I
time
can.
and go
Yes. Yeah. I would love to join you on your live to help out with that as well. So,
we'll find a time that works for us. Maybe we'll make you
yes.
stay up late one night.
No, that's fine.
A lot of times, like when we're doing something and people from Australia come in, I'm like, my God, it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. What are you thinking? When they come on.
Yes. Yes. What's the time for you at the moment, Tom?
It's 1:14 here.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm
See, it's
I'm
only.
I buzzed up on cough syrup and had a
Oh,
bunch of naps today. I was just laying down with the redhead. And
yep.
the cat came in, the giant kitty came in and took my place. More than happy to have me leave.
Karen, Karen Rudzinski, I have a card for you. Now, I know a lot of the people that are coming into the live at the moment are not expecting any readings, but I've drawn this card for you, and it's card number 33. Go figure. Karen, I want you to look up number. Actually, no, I can do that myself.
Oh my
Give me 2
God.
seconds.
Oh my God.
33 means 33 in this little book here means Master Jesus, his angels are with you. This is a sacred time for growth and healing. That is the shortened version of what 33 is about. Not that I'm religious, but I know you are. So just please pay attention, Karen. Hi, Jackie. How are you? All right.
Hello,
So this is your
lady.
card.
Feeling?
Where are we? Ears wide open, it says. And the key concepts for this particular card is deep listening as a gift we give to others, understanding someone else's needs. How appropriate. Um, uh,
Yes, I am.
showing focused attention, tune into another and let go of the ego's need to be heard. Um, I'm not so much about that for you, Karen. That was just the key concept, because I know that you don't need to be heard. But, given the fact that we all have to make sure that our personal power isn't given away to somebody else, maybe you could look at it that way. So he is actually saying the world is constantly speaking to us and offering us clues about what is really going on beneath the surface of things. We all have the capacity to hear beyond the noise that reaches our ears. The challenge is when we feel misunderstood or unheard. That's what the challenge is. When we feel insignificant, it's easy to over explain ourselves in an attempt to get acknowledged. Now is the time to let go of all of that. Offer your attention as a great gift, for the great gift that it is. It's time to stop multitasking, checking your phone, thinking of what you're going to say next, and doing it all um, for others, and keeping it from yourself to fully connect.
That is a good one for Miss Karen. Just
Yeah, it
saying.
is, and it says whenever we're in a state of chaos and distraction, paying attention to only some of what is being said, we lose the ability to pick up on everything, including that which is not being said. All right, we tend to think about what our answer is going to be instead of thinking about what the true meaning of it is. Sorry, which hasn't been said. So deep listening is the way in which we immerse ourselves in the truth of the world. So listen to within, listen to what is happening between the words that is being said to you, Karen, because obviously somebody is speaking to you, but they can't articulate themselves. They can't tell you how they're feeling with the words. So you need to read the body language as well. What else does it say? They're asking you to keep your ears wide open, and that means you have to think about what they're saying in between their words. They're also talking about, they're saying that opportunities will arise from subtle cues that we miss. So be careful with that as well. So be present in the moment, and try not to think about how you're going to structure an answer, and rather listen to what is being said and not said. Purposeful, open listening is an act of true respect and intimacy. When we are in this space of receptivity, letting go of the need to be heard or to be right, you become expansive and alert to meaningful potential. Right now, keep your ears wide open and you'll find more than what you were searching for. So that was for you, Karen.
Beautiful.
Have you got anything, Tom?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yes, he does.
I got something for you, little lady. We have the Magician. Hey, Jack.
Ooh,
Yeah, one of the major arcana. Wow.
big lessons in that too.
Uh-huh. Manifestation, creator, inspired action, which is what you're doing right now. And you're reimagining what you've been doing. And I really enjoy. She does an earth healing meditation that she makes the videos herself, and the last one she had on Saturday was just absolutely beautiful. And we've had Karen Pascal in there, Christine, and several other people, Laws, of course,
Mm.
Penny Pridemore. And when they're out, she does it at about 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock on Eastern Standard U.S. time. So if you can catch it, please do. But with the Magician, has the power of the four elements, which is part of my shamanic practice. Basically the four winds. We call it the four sisters of creation. You know, they're just symbols, and I love that because that's the shamanic tradition that I'm studying. The Magician has the power of the four elements: earth, air, fire, and water, combined with the connection to the divine. They were able to create unlimited abundance in the physical realm. Now the fool has taken a leap into the unknown. He meets the Magician and learns that the power of the universe is within him to create his own reality. I love that. You're the musician, and the elemental ingredients you need to be creative are always at your fingertips. We forget that so often. We get caught up in the mundane things of every moment and forget that we have the power to manifest. I've got a four-wheel drive vehicle out here that was within my price range that I could have never imagined owning. And yeah, it's got some problems, but I could have never
Mm.
afforded it, and it just fell into my lap through
Wow.
someone close to me. Basically, I paid maybe a third of what it was worth, if that. It's worth much more now than what I paid. What I paid for it over 2 years ago now when I first
Mm.
bought it. So all I'm saying is we can manifest these things despite ourselves, and if we let ourselves go, we are the musician, and we can recreate our lives.
Yeah.
I believe that. So I'm done babbling, but I thought that was a beautiful card for our Karen.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely it
Do you
is.
have another card or something for her?
Um,
Yes, no,
Karen, well,
no, yes.
no, I'm sorry, Tom. I'm just tuning into my guides.
Okay,
I
sorry.
do this one. That's okay. Karen, I don't know whether you have something that is wanting to that you're wanting to be a part of your life, like you're starting a new venture, or you're doing something different. But there's uncharted territories is what they're giving me. They're telling me that you're moving into uncharted territory. Now, I don't know whether that means that you're paid back karma, or you're starting to write your own a future, or what's happening here, but it feels that you're going into uncharted territory. It feels like it's something that is going to be extremely good for you to know about. It's like it's moving into a unknown. You're moving in without a map. It's moving into a territory where you're going to be outside of your comfort zone. You're going to be doing things differently. You're going to be trusting that all is going to be okay, which is basically what spirituality is about. And also, you know, for all of the beliefs that you have, Karen, my guides are saying that you're going to be safe. It's going to be safe for you to move into that. All right. They don't want you to ever feel like you're alone. Yeah, so they're basically asking you to step into that. And, you know, they told me to turn over a card for you. And this is something that I said before. I don't remember, pardon me, who it was for, but I want you to read this. Hang on, let me see if I can get it. Why doesn't it do that? Just seriously,
I don't know.
It says it is what it is. It is what it is, and it will be what it is going to be. All right? So look at this path forward. All right? It is what it is, and look what's at the end of that. Okay? Look at the end of it. I just wished it would just focus. I think there's too much of me in the background, so that's why it's not focusing on it. But yeah, you've got things coming up that are going to be new. Karen, are you starting some new venture? Have you actually purchased? I know a long time ago when I did read for you, you were purchasing a property. Can you tell me whether or not you actually bought that?
She so did.
Oh my
And
God.
it's absolutely beautiful.
You
If you
need,
go to her page, Radiant Energy, you will see
yeah,
it in the background.
okay, all right.
She's in a
I will
more,
have a look at it.
she's like farther out, and she's in a beautiful, beautiful area, and she's got a beautiful
Okay, so
the home. It's beautiful.
perhaps, okay, this is really good, Karen, because you know everything that we said about this a long time ago is actually eventuated for you, and that is because you are the magician of your life. You have brought this into being. You have manifested this into being. All right. So just remember that, and this is maybe what my guides are saying to me. This is where this uncharted territory is coming into place. So if you're actually considering doing what you would wanting to do back then with the property that you've got, it's all going to happen. All right, it's just going to happen. Uncharted territories. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah, you can read it.
Yes,
Yeah.
unfocused. Sorry, uncharted sea. That's for you. It's all coming to fruition. Yes, I sold the house.
Did.
Working on it, coming into fruition. Yep, love it. Okay, so that was the message that they were giving me for you, and they want you to trust. They're also telling me that there is still something in your heart that you're struggling to let go of, and they want you to please work with that for a little while and release as much as you can. Hang on a minute.
Holy shit.
They're saying that this has got a little bit to do, and I think we start at the beginning of the live, we talked about guilt. They're telling me that whatever is in your heart is just taking up a space in your heart, and it feels a little bit to do with guilt, and they want you to work with that. They want you to do a little bit of inner child work, because your inner child is kind of, I'm looking at your inner child and it's looking up at you as if to say, help me out here. I don't know what to do with these feelings. So if you can sit down and talk to your inner child, or go into a meditation and just sit with your inner child and just hold her, because she needs to know that whatever happened way back then, this guilt or whatever it was, she needs to know that you're there for her. Hey, Simone.
Hey, Simone.
So that's what I'm actually getting for you, Karen. Just let me know if that is actually resonating with you.
I pulled another. I says, well, I'll pull one more for her. I'll pull one more for Karen. I got another major arcana, and I'm telling you, I shuffled the crap out of the deck.
The Hierophant. Mm-hmm.
The Hierophant, yeah. I was going to let you pronounce it so I wouldn't screw it up.
You didn't screw it up. You said it perfectly.
Okay, that's because they copied you. I heard you've been. What a posh little accent for the postal lady.
Oh, well.
It's
How I've always talked.
and this is kind of where I see you at with the work you're doing now with the meditations and the earth healing. Teacher tradition. The Hierophant sits upon a temple throne, sharing his sacred knowledge with devoted pupils. Through his connection to spirit, he is the bridge between heaven and earth. The Hierophant is an interpreter of sacred mysteries or esoteric principles, so this card evokes an ongoing quest for knowledge. In the original decks back in the Middle Ages, this was the Pope presented as the Pope, The path of learning is never complete. Remain open to new courses of study and honor tradition, while also forming your own unique set of beliefs and rituals. When you're ready to learn, be alert to the presence of a potential new teacher in your life. On the other hand, the teacher could be you, if you're in a position to share your wisdom with others. And that is so beautiful, particularly the work that you're doing with Laz and with Anna and with so many others. I love what you're doing. Please continue. And I know why it feels uncomfortable, but we need your voice and we need your magic. Thank you, Karen.
Beautiful.
Gosh. Yeah, I went to our little tarot class. I don't have everything memorized, but some things come through strongly where you don't need to have it memorized. I used to do my reverend readings.
Yes. Well, we're way past that. You've grown so much. We don't need Reverend here today.
Yeah, the reverend was fun.
We're doing really well without him. Okay,
the reverend. So I'm going to clear space here, unless you have something else for Karen.
No, I don't have anything. No, yeah. Okay, so people that are in the audience at the moment, that are in the chat, if you have any questions that you would like to ask, what I want you to do is I will intuitively give you the answer that you need, and what Tom can do is write down, because I'll probably just go flick through them because the messages come in so quickly. That if he has a message, he could perhaps write it down and tell me who it was so that I can go back to you. So please, if you have a question, pop it through. If you have a donation that you would like to put through, that would be really good as well. Any small amount will do. All right. So please pop it through, and just pop it through as US dollars. It is all going to Penny Evans and her family in
South Africa. Was trying to feed her family in very dire circumstances in South Africa.
Yeah.
She's been gone for some time from the scene for the simple reason from her soul family.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want to burden anybody with her circumstances. So Hawkeye Rick would like to know, will I find work that I love and loves me?
Okay, Rick, my guides are telling me that the work that you're going to pick up next is not going to be the work that you're going to be doing for a while. It will be a job, but you'll take it because you need to have a job in order to survive. I mean, we all know that. They're just, my guides are saying that's very generic, Caroline, the way you're explaining it. But they want you to know that the next job that you will have will be a job because it is a job and it's feeding you. So they want you to take it because they're saying, and I've said this to other people before, when you have a job, it's easier to find another job, right? What is harder is when you don't have a job and you're looking for one that you want. So just keep putting it out there, Rick. Okay, keep putting it out there that you will have this job because they're telling me it's coming, but you have to keep your eyes open and don't worry about whether or not you think it's fitting for you. Do it until one comes along.
Simone Eloise asked, is she more grounded now? That's a neat
It,
question. I'll
it,
tell you
it
what I
is,
got for Rick.
yes,
I got like it was moving diagonally, which means you'll get work, but it might not be what you want. I think I worked that way for
there you go.
the last 10 years I worked, till I walked off the job and retired.
Yep. Oh, thank you,
Okay.
Karen. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Um,
Thank you, sweetie.
sorry.
Get some sleep. You got life to live. And we've got let me see, let me go back up. You've got Simone Eloise. Am I
Yes. Yeah. No, that's okay, Simone. Any amount is okay. Seriously, this is to raise funds for people. But if you did want a really in-depth one, that was when you were having to pay 20. So 5 is fine. And the answer that the question that you put up before, that was actually what you said, Tom, in line with what I said about Rick. So that was really good. So now, where are you? Just keep repeating your questions, please, because sometimes they come up in the feed
so
too far up, and it's too hard for me to get to.
Simone Eloise asks,
Simone,
is am
yes.
I more grounded now?
Okay, Simone. My guides are telling me that you are more grounded than what you were before. You are able to feel your way through things that you weren't previously able to do. Um, I actually can feel the soil. I can feel the ground under your feet. And what they're showing me at the moment is you occasionally coming up off the ground. So what they're doing is, can you please just do a little bit more grounding work? But um, you are definitely more grounded than what you were before, and you are more understanding of your situation. They're saying to me, the understanding of your situation is what they are needing from you. You're working through the issues that you've got, and this is grounding in itself. You are doing really well. That's what they're telling me. They're still saying, and trust me, I shuffled this deck. I've been sitting here shuffling this deck, and this card has come up again. It's talking about healing of the heart. All right. And they're wanting you to recognize that you still have some healing to do. And Simone, I also want you to believe and know that everybody has healing to do all the time. We are constantly healing. So just keep going. They just want you to recognize that this is something that is going to be probably an ongoing thing, but you're so much more familiar with how to do it and what to do, given the situations that you find yourself in. And that can apply for anybody. Anyone can take that on board. But for you, Simone, you know what I'm talking about.
I got for Simone, I part of my shamanic training actually involves a pendulum, although they also use corn. And I got a yes for grounding, but it wasn't like it was a small yes. And also, what came through to me immediately was it's you can trust your intuition more than you are. You can trust those gut feelings and those intuitions of what you think, what you feel. Trust your intuitions more. And then we have Georgie.
Georgie Fletcher. Will I get work from upcoming event that I have? Okay, so what they're showing me about this event is you need to move around to different people. I don't know what type of event this is, Georgie, but they're saying that you will need to move around. They're asking you, they're showing me you giving out flyers or some type of business card that you can talk about while you're walking around with these people. Giving them this flyer or business card is something that they're going to put in their pocket, and they're going to say, oh, wow, okay, well, I'll keep that on my desk. So just make sure that you have those around you because you will get work from this. They're saying to me that you need to make sure that you advertise this event that you've got going. Advertise it and make sure that it gets out there to the community of people that you're wanting it to get out there with. Just let me know if you're still in the chat, Georgie. And also, Georgie, if you would like, you could put in a small donation for Penny and her family. That would be great. If you can't, that's also okay. So
I got a small yes, but I also saw like she puts up a poster board or something like that somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like a poster type of thing.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Picture I had. Oh, well, who else do we have here? Yeah, Vicky said gives you the time and space to find the. We've got so many talented readers and intuitives and stuff. And that are in these shows that they provide more information often than the people that are here.
Yeah.
I think that was for Hawkeye.
Okay, just give us a second. I need to pick up on Vicky's vibration. For some reason, they're asking me to do. Vicky, are you still here? You're welcome, Georgie. You're welcome. We will be doing lives all week. Probably some of them will be separate, but I've got a live on with tomorrow. I've got one on with Misty at 12 noon, so that will probably suit you, Tom. I think that's your 8 p.m. at night. And then I've got another one on with Penny Pridemore on Wednesday, which you're invited to, Tom, if you want to come on. And then another one on Thursday with Andrew, and then my live on Friday. You're muted. You're muted, Tom.
Probably just as well. I was spewing and hacking, you know. Vicky.
Oh, Rick was sorry. Somebody sent through a donation then, and I can't tell who it was from. So who?
Maybe it was he.
Hawkeye
said he donated. What I
is it under the name of Ricky? Oh, it has to be.
Yeah, probably that was Ricky. Ricky, what I got was it kind of moved diagonally, and I had to do a lot of work in the last few years. I was working that I didn't care for. You know, I was trained for it, but it didn't use my skill sets, and I was working in a technical job, and they were working with 16-hour days, and I'm diabetic. I didn't even know I was diabetic. I was 63, and it was a real hard pull. But sometimes you do what you got to do in order to make money until something else comes along. And sometimes you can use these jobs, even temp jobs, you know, for a leg up to find another one. Seems like it's easier to find work if you have work. I don't know why that is, but it seems to be a thing.
Well, I think it's because the employer can see that somebody else is, that you're actually actively involved in your work, and that's a good thing. That's actually a good thing.
She and I basically got the same thing. It doesn't normally
Yes.
go diagonally.
Yeah.
Yes, but maybe not quite what you're looking for.
Rick, thank you for your donation. And seriously, I know that you can't afford that, so it is so appreciated. You have no idea, Rick. You're paying it forward, and this is good karma coming back to you. So please remember that. Just remember that. Do I have anything else? Why are they waving a white flag? Rick, this may have something to do with what you were talking to me about last week. They're waving a white flag. So they're saying, I give up, I give up, I give in. So they're saying to me that there will be some type of arrangement put into place for you to get what you need to the best of their ability. So again, I kind of remember what we were reading about, but I kind of don't. So I hope that helps you. I'm best working with kids, schools, youth, tourism, people who need it. Yeah. Have you got a working with children check, Rick? Don't forget that you need one of those to work in those areas. You have. Good. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm also drawn to Vicky. Vicky, I don't know why I'm being drawn to you. Okay. Yes, 6 of the last 7 years was in primary. Okay, all right. So you've got an employment one. That's good. As an aide. Okay. Keep doing that. You probably find something in that area, but find this transitional job first, all right? Because you are going to be presented with a job in that particular area. They're also telling me that you could go to, that's unusual, that you can go into the the Queensland Education Department or whichever, I think you're in Queensland, I'm not sure, wherever you are, to go into that particular government page and look for work that is coming up, or put your resume into the schools that are closest to you. It's hard on those sectors with no jobs. Yeah. I'm really surprised about that, Rick, given the circumstances that we've had over the last couple of years, but let's not even go there. All right, Vicky. I've got a card here for you, Vicky, and I'm going to read it from the book because they've told me to read it from the book for you so I don't miss anything or mess anything up. So this particular card has come up for you, Waking the Lion. All right, waking the lion up. And the key concepts for this particular card is boldness, the courage to move forward even without knowing the way, facing that which is difficult or painful, the audacity to step into the unknown. What are you doing at the moment, Vicky? Maybe this is more appropriate than what I thought, because I was calling your name out and saying, give me something for Vicky to hang on to here. Give me a card for her. So this particular card, regardless of the outer conditions right now, you can't wait for your fear to lessen before you move forward. In fact, despite the chaos and seeming disarray, you must be bold. Whatever your trepidation, act as though you have a deep trust and know that all is going to be well. Nothing is promised for you, but you will truly never see the magic if you don't take the risk. And what are you doing at the moment? You're taking a risk. They're saying, come to the edge of the certainty of your life and leap into the unknown when you have no guarantee of immediate success. Still, you must summon your bravery in the face of possible pain, failure, or even success, and own your power. because I know, Vicky, I know, and my guides are just showing me, they're showing me their chest. They're showing me, that you've got this. You have actually got this. Waking the fucking lion. I mean, look at that lion. You're full. Just look at it. Look at all the stars. This is the unknown. This is what's happening. This is all around you. The act of making this leap, no matter how final the outcome, awakens the lion within. Be proud of who you are and who you are becoming. No one can take this away from you. No one, because this is what is going to happen for you. What type of courage is being called for today? That's a question that the book asks. Only you know, and only you have the power to choose your path. You chose your path by things that you put into place, and this is exactly the path that you were meant to take. Know that it takes just as much strength and bravery to love and be vulnerable as it does to confront a personal challenge or a physical obstacle. So call on your strength and stand your ground, or consciously temper your emotional reactions. Do nothing and trust in your partnership with the divine. Whatever your choice, you will not fail as long as you act with courage and integrity. And my God, woman, if anybody has courage and integrity, you've got that. All right? You have actually got that. And they're wanting you to make a wish on a star. They want you to wish upon a star. Make a wish, right? Make a wish. See this? Use that. Sorry about my fingernails, guys. Hold your heart and make a wish, because it's going to come true for you. All right. Have you got anything, Tom? You have to unmute yourself. Tom. Oh, hang on. Let me unmute you. Hang on.
I got it.
You got it?
No, you muted me.
No, not anymore.
We used to do that. Remember, we used to do that to each other when we both had admin rights. We used to mute each other and shit. That's crazy.
We did.
I can't believe how our readings are like flowing into each other tonight. This is what I pulled. The Death card, which is not what people think it is at all. And what I heard was transmuting things, transformation, release. The old was what was holding you back is dying, is gone. Death is the ultimate transformation. A cycle
Absolutely.
A cycle of release leading to rebirth. Wow, that's beautiful.
But it's so true, Tom. If only you knew.
I don't know, but death is perhaps one of the most misunderstood cards in the tarot, and one that is overflowing with rich symbolism. Death appears as a skeleton dressed in black armor, riding through a scene of figures near death or already dead, holding a black flag with a flower and an ear of corn on it, representing the growing and harvesting seasons that align with the seasons of her life.
Tom,
remember that life.
Look up. She says
Pardon?
That's a great card for ending and new beginnings, and then she says
Exactly.
she's giving her goosebumps.
I'm going to have to tell you something. I felt this beautiful heart and solar plexus connection with my Kushko, and then it's in my tradition. It's like they combine some chakras. I felt the most beautiful feeling when I pulled that card and was thinking about you. And I really don't know you. I've seen you about and around and about. And yeah, remember that life is a continuous cycle of death and rebirth, and that change is natural. Seasons shift and you yourself shift and grow as you evolve along your personal path. Death asks you to surrender to this cycle and release the things in your life that have outlived their purpose. Wow, beautiful. It felt beautiful too when I don't know. Sometimes I tune into people and I don't think it's a cough syrup I'm stoned on either.
No, I don't think so either. Vicky is also in Melbourne where I am, and she's just a beautiful soul. Just seriously,
I felt
Vicky, You have no idea. You're amazing. Thank you so much for the donation that you put through. I'll
Thank
sort
you.
of comment shortly about that, but just thank you, thank you, thank you. And my guides are saying, can you please take a deep breath, and just remember that you are changing people's lives and you don't even know it. Okay, let me give you an example of that. And for other people that are listening, you have filled my house with crystals. I mean, seriously, I could walk around and I could show you every single crystal I've got in my home, and they're all, apart from a few, from Vicky. And I can't tell you, um, she is just stunning. The way she operates her business, the way she deals with people. It's just, she is an absolute godsend, and it's just absolute. I love you, Vicky, and it's really lovely to have you in my life.
I
Seriously.
can I can feel the intent. It's like I can feel the intent and love that goes into her crystal business. That each
Oh,
one of these
yeah.
is uniquely, she I don't know, she puts some of her essence into each one, everything that she does.
Oh, she does. I have the Facebook user back again saying hello, and I really would like to know who that
You'll have
is.
to go to your page, or you'll have to tell us who you are, your Facebook user.
Oh, Kathy McNeil, I think.
Oh, hi, Kathy.
Sorry, Kathy, that's the first time that's happened for a long time. I'm thinking it's you. I'm just going to
Oh,
my
it's
second
Jocelyn.
device.
It's Jocelyn. Jocelyn
Jocelyn.
Stevens. Lovely
Ah, Jocelyn.
Jocelyn. Now
No,
she
hang
moved to
on.
Perth,
Yes,
remember?
I know, but Jocelyn was on my live the other day, and this didn't happen. I could see her
Facebook is
name.
Facebook is weird.
Okay, all
You
right.
have to go to Facebook and give it permission. Just say it's Jocelyn. Hey, lovely Jocelyn.
Um, it's me, lovely.
Gosh,
So you just,
gosh, is
if
she
you have
gorgeous?
something to say, Jocelyn, please just pop your name in there again, just in case you're not the only person who is a Facebook user. But this is very unusual for that to happen. Like I said, I haven't seen a Facebook user for over 8 or 9 months, 10 months. Go figure. That's the first one in a long time.
I get
Hi,
it, and I
Jacqueline.
don't. I get it with people that have their own accounts
Yes, yes.
and pay money for like a page, and I'm
Mm.
like, what the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
fornication? And have a paid StreamYard account. Like, what the?
Yes. Now, for the two of you who have just popped in here, like for Jocelyn and Jacqueline, I can give you both a card if you like. That would be that's something that I can do. Um, would you like to pop in a very, very small donation in US dollars towards Penny's? So he's muted. I can't see what he's saying. So towards Penny's, we're doing a drive for her to help feed her, and we will be continuing to do these during the week. So even if you've got a couple of dollars, $4, $5, whatever, US dollars, that would be really good. So even if it's, I don't know, 50 cents or whatever, everything will help. Um,
I
all
think you
right.
should go back to modeling, Jocelyn. Seriously, she was a model in her homeland
Yeah,
of Mauritius. I'm mispronouncing it. That's supposed to be the
Mauritius.
Mauritius. Is that how you
I
say
don't know where she's originally from.
it?
Is it the
It's
same
an
as
island.
Andrew?
It's a former French colony off the coast of Africa, and I think they call it like the Hawaii of Africa or something like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Absolutely beautiful, and she was a model, and she was also a spokesperson, like to sell in
Yeah,
commercials, selling
yeah,
telephones.
yeah.
Gorgeous.
Okay, all right, Jocelyn. I have a card here for you at the moment, and it is card number. Jacqueline is link in the. Yes, the link is in the live. I've also got it pinned. It should still be pinned in the comments, but I'll put it up on the paypal.me/.
I don't know how I pick up all these all these narratives, and I hold them. It's like I'm the holder of narratives, somebody said, or I'm the holder of Akashic records in people's lives, and I don't know why. It's
Hey,
weird.
that's great.
I remember Jacqueline is beautiful lady from New Zealand
She
originally.
is. She's adorable. She's another one I don't get to see very often either.
Mm.
All right, so Jocelyn, your card for today. It is now, Tom. I have shuffled this deck. All right, and I didn't even look at
So
the
you
card
say.
myself.
So you
Look,
say.
look what it is. It is what it is. Has come up again. It talks about acceptance. It talks about engaging life's terms. It talks about observing circumstances and facing them on a face-to-face value. It talks about recognizing and releasing resistance or denial. What it says is what happens when you look at the world. What actually happens to you when you look at the world? Can you see it exactly for what it is, or do you assume it is the way you believe it is? A door closing isn't an invitation to you to for like you don't keep beating at that door that's shut down to you, is what they're saying. What if there were another door to lead you to destiny?
Wow.
Um, if you can release your attachment to getting what you want, you'll be surprised by how much energy you have for the more important things. Liberated from the burden of yearning, you'll have access to what is best for all. You can now accept things as they are and shift your focus and attention until that other door opens. So they're saying, stop beating at that door that's shut. All right, it's ended. There's something else happening here for you. All right. Radically accept life on life's term. When you stop fighting against it and instead fight for what you truly desire, more of the world becomes available to you. When you are no longer in denial about what is in front of you, you will be empowered to take the necessary changes with respect to yourself, your attitude, and your choices. The irony is that real transformation can happen once you surrender to the idea that things are exactly as they are meant to be. All right. So, Jocelyn, you have one door is closing, and they're showing me a door to the side, not behind you. So that tells me that there are a few things that you may need to decide about that. Don't keep trying to open that door every time. They want you to walk forward and trust that that is coming to you. That is what it is. I can take that card. Yeah, it is what it. Yes, absolutely. So that was for you, Jocelyn, and it looks like Tom has got something to say as well.
Wow.
Oh, there you
I
go.
mean, what is up with? I mean, I shuffled and did this and did that and
Yep.
cut them and then reshuffled, and I still came up with another major arcana, Temperance. And I wrote something down for you, Jocelyn, and it didn't make any sense. But transport yourself into the change you desire, like actually move into the change you desire. And I don't know what the fuck that means. Oh, we can't say fuck anymore in these shows,
Yeah,
can
you can. Yeah.
Well, I'm with you, a Nazi woman. Of course I
Yeah, of
can.
course you can. I said it before.
Did you now? I thought you changed.
Yes.
I thought you'd gone back to your mild mannered postal lady self.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
It's just that it doesn't usually come up when my guys talk to me. They actually say, "Good on you, Caroline. You're doing it the way we want you to do it."
Okay. Moderation, harmony, divine timing. I also feel this is about some balance now. Temperance teaches us to call in the angelic realm for support and taking a balanced approach, yielding results that are better than we could obtain on our own. Wow.
Tom, I'll be back in a minute.
You bet. And I'm going to have to get up for a minute too, or I'm going to have an old man incident here. Temperance reveals a promising path forward, but one that requires us to reach out for assistance from the divine. An angel stands with one foot in the land and one foot in the water as they pour water back and forth between cups. The water appears to flow in one direction, in both directions at once, representing the process of alchemy wherein the impossible becomes possible through a connection with the divine. This card tells you that if you choose a path of thoughtful moderation, the divine will support you by taking action on your behalf. This is how alchemy works in the spiritual realm. And I'll just give you a general. When you're working, excuse me, I'm going to have to mute myself for a second. Boy, I'm jerking around so bad I have to take 2 hands. Sorry, I was hacking there. When you're working toward achieving something in your life, you don't have to do it alone. Call upon divine assistance for help. Look for signs and follow inspired guidance when those signs appear before you. Be flexible. Sorry, I think the cough medicine is failing on me. Excuse me. Gosh. But Simone donated 20 for an in-depth.
Yeah, sorry, I muted myself while I was talking just then.
And Alex Karen.
Yeah, she's up next.
Okay. I have to go off here and hack my brains out. I'll be back.
Yeah. Okay. Poor thing. Poor thing. I'll stop your cam. Edit name, kick out, no ban fee. He'll be back in a sec, guys. All right, so that was for you, Jocelyn. I got your donation, Simone. So I've got to do Alex first. And Jacqueline, you donated $5. Thank you for that. Thank you for putting that donation in. I really appreciate it. And I know Penny will also appreciate that. She's probably at work now, so she won't be able to watch the live until later on. And I'm sure she'll be just sitting here crying her eyes out. All right, Alex Karen, are you still here? I'm going to draw you a card. Alex. There you are. Alice and mine, that was Caroline. Oh my God, yes. Oh wow. Okay. I'm so sorry, Eliza. I had you written down right up the very top, and because I've been answering messages as well as I've got you, Eliza. I'm so sorry. All right. So for Alex, your card is card number 3. I like card number 3 because it's the Holy Trinity. It's the Holy Trinity card, and that I always like that. So just playing Barbie. Hopefully able to clear the phlegm out and soothe the tickle in the throat. Yeah, it's pretty bad, Jacqueline. I actually tried to get him to not come on the live today because he's not well, but he says he's okay. So, and he wanted to be a part of this. So, Alex, for you, I've got the time machine. And it talks about inherited patterns, conditioning, lessons already learned, cellular memory, honoring the past without being trapped there. So basically, that says that they want you to understand that that word that came in before, the sentence that came in before, it was what it was, and it has brought you to the here and now. Okay, so I'm going to read it from the book because that's what they want me to do because you've paid for this as well. And they're wanting to say we rely on stories we inherit from our ancestors, our families, our culture, and the world around us to construct a map of our reality. As we develop new stories in life, we build on those old foundations, repair them when we can, and tear them down to begin again where we can. The best and most powerful traits and experiences of your ancestors are yours to integrate into your life so that we don't have to revisit them, their hardships, and rectify the mistakes. That's the ancestors coming through, that is. You have a magical map with which to navigate your current circumstances. Look for the past for answers now. Ask yourself these questions. In this situation, what can I learn from those who came before me? So, what is it that the mistakes that they made before you? What is it that is a repeating pattern that you can see, a cycle that may have been happening in your lineage? What is it that you can change? How can you build on what I already know and integrate that into an understanding? What can you do differently? They're the sort of questions that they're asking you to ask yourself. Sometimes you walk blindly into traps set from the past. Perhaps you couldn't see what you were repeating as a pattern until you were well and truly in it. And that's okay, because if you are well and truly in it, you've actually thought, oh my God, this is a repeating pattern. I'm going to change it. So it will change. The best course of action here is to rest, practice self-compassion, and make a conscious effort towards doing something differently the next time around. So clarity will come. That's what they're saying for you, Alex. And hopefully that has resonated with you. I don't know whether Tom has anything for you. He's going to unmute himself when he's ready.
There we go. I just found another magic bottle of cough syrup from a couple years ago, and I just took a double shot of it. I feel like a junkie. Alex, what the fuck is going on here, Miss Caroline?
Oh, you got the same one?
No.
The moon card. Woohoo! I love the moon card.
Jeez, oh Pete, man, it's nothing but major arcana. Wow.
But you know what major arcanas are? They actually, they also tell people that they're very strong life lessons that need to be gone through.
Or they're going through.
Yep.
You bet. Let me look that up, even though I kind of know. Let me go with my first intuition on that. I feel like there's a time of change coming up for you. I don't know what it is. You know what it is. A lot of times we're not supposed to know what you're doing, but I feel like you, along with so many of us, are going through a time of change. And let's see what it says. Aha! Dreams and illusions, baby. Yeah. What is that? It's like what the hell is that? There's a dog and a fox on it. It looks like, or a jackal, and a lizard, and it's also got a scorpion. The moon illuminates what has been hidden, bringing it into light and asking you to listen to your intuitive messages. I did not know what that meant. I remember it now. The moon card. The moon card is an invitation to confront your shadow self with the dark elements of your essential being that are often suppressed. We keep talking about being light workers. We're dual individuals, and we learn from I call it heavy energy in my tradition, in the shamanic tradition. And that's important. And they say, oh, I've got to kill my ego. I need my ego to survive, but what happens is we allow for me and so many of us, the ego is there as a God-given tool to help us navigate through life and to protect us. But what
Mm.
happens is we allow the power tool that's available to us to become the master rather than this oversoul or the soul. And that's when we start getting into problems, at least for me. And I had a beautiful lesson driven home to me, and I was healed from something that had been chasing me. We've got there we go. Okay, let me finish. The moon card is an invitation to confront your shadow self. And I love this. This is exactly what I was saying. Wow. Wow. Your shadow self is not to be feared, but rather embraced and integrated. Doing this allows you to heal what you deem unlovable or unacceptable in yourself. On this card, we say a coyote. I thought it was a coyote and a dog howling at a full moon.
Coyote, fox, whatever.
We got coyotes here too, you know. People hunt them. And a dog howling at a full moon symbolizing our discomfort with duality and the unknown. Wow, that's beautiful. The coyote is the wild self, while the dog represents your domesticated self. A crawfish in a river. I thought that was a crawfish, damn it. Symbolizes a quest for the meaning of life, looking deeper in feelings of dissatisfaction with living a surface existence. Wow, that's deep. The moon reveals aspects of your shadow self, illuminating your dark, self defeating, and negative traits. Wow, what did I first say when I came that it was about? Is about something beyond transformation, something, some cusp of change. Wow. Self defeating negative traits, or self sabotaging self, which I've fought my entire life. This
Yeah.
card presents the duality of human nature in its most primal form, as well as highlighting the urge for revolution. Wow, that is beautiful. I'm not going to keep reading and burning up time reading out of the book, but that is absolutely beautiful. I think I think that's the first time I ever pulled that card. My God, all I'm doing is pulling major arcana here. This is crazy.
That's okay. That's okay.
It's crazy. I mean, there's not that many cards in the deck, for gosh sakes.
Oh, there we go. I was just about to write to you, Alex. Let me see.
Okay, I want it. I bought this for $21, I think, and that included shipping off eBay. Guided Tarot. And this is the original tarot deck that came out around 1900. I can't, the
Yep.
Smith something or other.
Rider-Waite.
Yeah,
Rider-Waite-Smith.
Rider-Waite, Rider-Waite-Smith deck or something. And it's got the original artwork and this beautiful lady, absolutely lovely lady, wrote this book with a story about her own life. And she is absolutely gorgeous. And she's an Italian lady that looks like Christine Cavaliero's daughter. She said it. I thought it was her when she saw the picture. Yeah, and the book that came with it, and it was $21, and the lady's name is Capone.
Just because you're back to front, you don't actually, the people can't see it because it's back to front.
Yeah, I know. Guided Tarot. And it's beautiful. The descriptions are beautiful. And she goes beyond, the traditional tarot. This just absolutely, in the reading of it, I just sat down and read the book. And I'm sorry I don't have them all memorized.
No, that's okay. That's all right.
New to me. I don't know nothing about this here woo-woo shit, God damn, I'm just a boy out here in the Midwest,
Okay, Simone, you're up next. Simone Eloise. Simone, do you have any questions for us?
Mila.
You working hard again today, Mila? And Mila, I got your donation. Thank you so much. You sent it just before the live, and it's going to be appreciated. Tom, I've sent a message to you privately.
Uh-oh. That sounds scary.
No, not at all.
Jesus. Oh, Tom. Jesus. I see I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
I'm not saying a fucking thing.
All right. Okay, so Simone, I actually have a card here for you that I was drawing while Tom was talking to who was she? Who was he talking to? To Alex.
Yeah,
So
talking to
I'm
Alex.
just wanting to let you know now. We're going to do an
Zoo.
in-depth reading for you, Simone, because you've put through a fairly large donation. So thank you for that. All right, now I'm just give me a minute, Tom, while I just sift through these messages
Well,
um, before I read my card out.
there's quite a few. I know I've missed a bunch of them. Yeah, that's.
Okay, Simone.
Yeah, the lady's name is Stephanie Capone, and it's called Guided Tarot for Seamless. I still call it Tarot for Seamless Readings by Stephanie. That's Stefanie Capone, and it came with the cards, and it's absolutely beautiful, even for someone like myself. Hi, Sue. Good seeing you. Did you guys get all moved and everything's cool? That's the last thing I remember.
Hey, Sue. Okay, Simone. Um, there's some sort of shift happening here with you, Simone. Simone, what did I say to you before? Can you just fill me in a little bit with what I said to you before when I gave you a very small reading? Because I just feel like they're saying to me it's got something to do with what you said, but I can't remember what I said because the messages are not for me to retain. Yes, okay. So, which is what I just said. There's something is moving, something is rattling, something is being shaken for you. Something is happening something is happening behind the scenes. The universe is shifting things into place. Yes, okay. Thank you for that. Being more grounded, working on your heart. There is a definite shake-up coming for you, Simone, because of the work that you're doing with this grounding and because of the situations that are going on around you. They're leading you down a path, and they're saying that you're going to have a choice of a number of paths to go down, but they've covered each and every one of them. So no matter which path you take, they're all going to be covered, so you won't make a mistake. So whatever you do, don't feel like you're going to make a mistake because of this word trust. Okay, it's okay. You are meant to be where you are meant to be, and no matter which way you go, it's covered. Okay, so when I was, who was I telling before? It must have been, I can't remember. I said to somebody that I saw a door to the side. They're actually showing me a door that's fairly much in the background now that you're going to be leaving behind. But what you're going to be doing is you're taking the knowledge with you because it's going to be used. I applied for management job, which hopefully is yours. Okay, keep manifesting that, all right? Keep manifesting that because I've got another card here for you, which is card number 18. 1 and 8 make up 9. So find the word, find the number 9 in the angel numbers when we're finished and figure out what it means for you. And remember, people, when you do look up angel numbers, it has a very personal meaning for you. So the meaning that I pick up for the number 9 may not resonate with what it is for you. So you will pick out parts in that angel number 9 that is more meaningful for you. Now, in your situation, I have this card, which is 18, 1 and 8 make 9, and it says the power of purpose. And its key concepts talk about individuality, seeing your unique place in the world, a clear sense of authentic purpose, healthy self esteem, which you're getting now, by the way, Simone, letting go of conditioning, Simone, celebrating your uniqueness and you being you. All right. It's one of my numerology. Okay. All right. Good. 9 people on. There you go, 9 people. It was 9 people, Jill.
Wow.
So the other two, that what they're also saying here for you, Simone, is the time is coming, or there comes a time when you realize that you are destined for something that is yours and yours alone. The catalyst might be an experience with a special person, a path you choose, which is what I said to you before about the paths that you're going to be choosing, or something that you feel called to do. Because everything, my guides are just stepping in saying, because everything that you have been through will be significant to you. Now, whether or not it's this job that you're going to be taking on, this management role that you're going to be taking on, or whether it's to do with the spiritual work that you do, it will have meaning for you. You will take the lessons from what you've been through and you'll put it to good use out there. You'll discover it's not necessarily what you thought it would be and has nothing to do with what everyone else wants or seems to want. And that could be from you as well. It's uncanny. An uncanny conviction takes hold for somewhere deep and true. You feel a sense of power arising from the true sense of self, accompanied by the need for action. So you're starting to take more action in your life, all right? You're starting to be more responsible for the person that is you. You know, it's the same as me, faults and all. That is what you're meant to be doing. It is you in this 3D life. You know, you blend in your spirituality as well. Um, it's a commitment to explore something. It's a purposeful choice for you. Right now, you're being invited to step into a new empowered sense of authentic purpose, bolstering up by a healthy dose of self-esteem. So whatever it is that's coming for you, this change that's coming in for you, and it could be your job, it's going to give you a huge bolst in self-esteem. And that doesn't mean that it's not your egoic self, because you are allowed to use your ego to help you through life, which is something that Tom mentioned right at the beginning of the life. You're being forced to release old conditioning here. There's no need to be self-conscious or act a certain way to please others, which can sometimes take you in a direction you don't want to go into anyway. The discipline and will to evolve are yours by nature. This process doesn't have to be a struggle. You cannot fail if you immerse yourself fully in what is in front of you. So, whichever path you take, just remember that it doesn't matter which one it is. You can't make a mistake. Okay? You are exactly where you're supposed to be. And this is the book saying this. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You never had to seek your purpose or wonder what it was. Just keep removing the blocks to your essential self, and your purpose will find you. It's that easy. Well, in the book, it's that easy. What a wonderful thing to know. Tom, you're muted.
I know. That's because I'm hacking and spewing
Oh,
phlegm from
okay.
every orifice, for
Oh,
fuck's
no,
sake.
no, no, no. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
So anyway, you're not going to believe this. And I just read what she wrote, and I had a flyer.
The lovers. Woohoo! Integration. Hi, Amy.
Relationship alignment. And maybe some fuzzy bumping too, for all I know.
Stop it.
The, the lovers stand together in harmony, the balance of masculine and feminine. That's beautiful. With nothing to hide, every choice they make is alignment and love. And I've kind of come to that place more or less with the redhead, as hard as that is to believe. You know, the lover's card signifies an opportunity to connect in relationships, support your happiest, healthiest, best self. The imagery shows a man and a woman standing naked in a garden between the tree of life and the tree of knowledge. The snake's yeah, represents temptation to indulge in earthly pleasures. Oh no. I believe we're here to be happy and to have joy, however we find it. I just can't believe I'm getting all these. I've pulled more, I think I've pulled more major arcana cards tonight than I've pulled ever. It's just crazy. But that is just beautiful. You always have the choice to align with divine love by balancing masculine and feminine within yourself. You know what I've found and what I believe is when we heal ourselves to a point, we no longer attract
Yep.
Mr. Wrong or Mrs. Wrong. And sometimes if we stay, I and the redhead have been together over 21 years with a small break in service due to some douchebaggery on my part. Basically, I just that's got bad. But and it's been a long journey. But man, I would not want to be with anybody else.
Yeah.
And right now, I can feel this beautiful heart connection flowing from me to her.
Yeah.
It takes a while, when you first got the bloom on, and the dew on the lily and all that. Boy, that comes up. That
Yeah.
creates kind of a perverted visual. I won't talk about that.
No,
But
let's stick to the cards for
okay,
time.
yeah. But anyway, um, once that flush and that bloom goes, that's where you find out who you are, and you start to find out who the other person is. And I'm so happy that you found someone like that in your life, particularly as you're moving into this, you know, the responsibilities of this management role. You're going to need that kind of love and support. I've got a really good heart feeling again right now, Carolyn. That's really cool when those come through. I mean,
Oh yes,
I
isn't
have
it?
a really beautiful feeling right now, and I
That's
think
wonderful.
it's just the transmutation of where Simone is and what's going on with her life.
I'm not lacking anymore. All that was wrong was my previous relationship is healed from in my new one. Yeah. And you know what, Simone? Right at the very beginning, I was talking. You were asking about whether or not you were more grounded. Guess what card came up for you now? Earth Magic. Look at that. All right. And I said to you, I could feel you more. I could feel you. I could feel the ground beneath your feet. I could feel you. See, this is the energy. Look at the energy that's wrapping around you and moving into the ground here. All right. You're using this earth magic. You're using Gaia. She wants you to use her. That's what she is there for. And the card is actually saying, it's great that you're being grounded to nature. You find a quiet, dark place where all things begin, and and I was saying this to somebody else at the moment, and I'm feeling it now at the moment for you, Simone, where they want you to just go outside, just go into nature, and take your shoes and socks off, whatever you need to do, sit on a blanket or something, and they want you to just feel the vibration of Gaia. Feel the vibration that she's trying to give to you so that you can use it in your life. Whatever you give to her, she's using it to help herself through things. It's like a tree, and I've explained this before to people. It's like a tree. They use our carbon dioxide in order to feed themselves. Well, Gaia does the same thing. She will transmute that energy that you're giving her. So please don't think that you're doing the wrong thing. Now, the book says the earth magic speaks to an intrinsic relationship that you and all living things have with the consciousness of earth, also known as Gaia, which is what I said to you before. Imagine the oak tree that begins its journey as an acorn, gathering the life force energy it needs from the earth so it can sprout up from the ground. Because you are a part of nature, you follow the same cycle of manifestation. Everything you are, your evolution and the successful manifestations of your dreams begins below the surface of consciousness. So, if you can imagine yourself as that, in that cycle, as that that bud, whatever it is, until it comes, the convictions you hold, and there's something that you've planted that seed, so it's coming to you, Simone. All right. Be still for that moment when you go to Mother Earth. And you said that you're going to, did I say, you said you were going to the botanical gardens? Where is it? There. You're going tomorrow. So what I want you to do is when you sit If you're going to take a blanket with you, when you sit, I want you to close your eyes, and instead of thinking about words, I want you to just feel the vibration. I want you to see with your eyes closed. I want you to see the vibration. I want you to feel the vibration. Listen to everything as a collective. Listen to Gaia. Listen to what she's sending you. Feel what she's sending you, because that's the message that you need to trust at the moment. So trust her with whatever it is that you're going through. But that is meant for you for tomorrow, for when you go, and stay grounded. I'll just unmute you, Tom. Fuck, we're doing it again. Whoa!
I was hacking and spewing again.
Okay.
Look at this, and this is the second time I pulled this tonight, and I'm telling you, I shuffled it.
Three of Cups.
Three of Cups again. Celebration, togetherness. Beautiful. That's like confirmation, you know. It's like the lovers, and then this. Rejoice and celebrate with the people you care about, and allow your connections to lift your spirits. A card evoking joy, celebration, and this is emotions. The Three of Cups depicts three maidens dancing together in the garden. Strange that. Their cups raised in a toast. That's a beautiful card. I'm not going to read. I don't think I need to read anymore.
No. I think that's just that. It's very powerful. It's very positive.
It is.
And I know. Yeah, I know that you're going to use the time that you've got wisely when you go to the gardens tomorrow. And you're so welcome, Simone. I just wanted to say thank you for sending the donation through. We'll be here all week, and I don't expect the donations to be quite as much as what has come through today. But nonetheless, all of the donations that would normally go to my anti-child trafficking, with the extra, so Jessie, if you're listening here, or Penny, if you're listening, nothing is going to be lost from the anti-child trafficking, because that's still Friday night still. Every other day for me is going to be dedicated to the donations that I do for my work here to come to you. So,
I just wanted to say what somebody else said here. Mila said no Locky today.
No, I messaged, I put that up there. I said to her, not at this point, Mila. He's got to take care of something, and he needs to. It came up unexpectedly, so it's something that he had to do.
So I'm glad I was able to pop in.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tom.
I'd much rather see Locky up here than me, but.
Oh, no. Well, he couldn't help what he had to. He just messaged me before, and he said, look, I can't do anything about it. Something's come up, so that's just the way it is. That's how we roll. Yeah. That's how we roll. We are here when we can make it.
So I was supposed to be here.
Yes, you were. Absolutely. All right, so we have time for just maybe a few more single cards or single questions. If you want to write them up, there's a number of people sitting in the background there. So if you have a question, please write it up in the comments, and I will give you an answer intuitively. And if Tom has anything, he can also do the same thing. Oh my God, that was a really bad effort at a bark, Charlie. Yes, I'm looking at you. I'm watching you.
Was it a wimpy bark?
That was like, oh my God, should I bark?
Eliza also.
Yes, I'm sorry. Eliza, why are you doing this? Oh my God.
Thank you for reminding us. We're old people, and I can't speak for the postal lady, but.
No, I've already apologized, and I did it again. I looked at the list and I thought, yeah. And because it's all out of order, I've not paid attention. So, yes, Eliza, we are doing you now. Just hang in there, Amy, for a bit. We've got to do Eliza, who has put in a donation. Where are you, Eliza? She has put in a rather large donation herself.
Plus, I'm stoned on cough syrup.
No, he's not stoned on cough syrup at all. It's helping ease his chest. Okay, Eliza, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? Yeah, Mila, I really did have trouble with Eliza today, and I don't know why. I can see her on the list, and I've not got a tick against her. Pardon me, against her name. It's really weird.
I had her down too, where I was writing her. I gave up because I think I was making things worse for you.
No, not at all.
Mr. Helper here.
Okay. Eliza, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? Because they're telling me that you have a calling, and there is something that you need to do in order to fulfill that calling. And I don't know whether or not whether you feel you have a calling at the moment, Eliza.
Wow.
They're asking you to tune into some sort of inspiration and allow some type of creativity without being self-conscious about it.
Wow.
See, Tom must have something exactly the same. I have a huge rebirth and this place of pure joy. So it's beautiful, but I'm not sure where to. Okay, all right. So this message that's coming to me is actually on cue, and perfectly in alignment with what you are saying. Whether it's writing a book, but they're asking you to be creative about it, Eliza. They're asking you to do that. It's kind of like the card itself is actually called the Call of the Muse, where you're being invited to create, to be the artist, to be the choreographer of your life, calling for yourself to be an artist. All right, divine source is asking you to fulfill this path of yours. Margaret, if you'd like to put in a very small donation, we can give you a card. This benefit is for somebody who is struggling to feed themselves. So it would be really good to see a donation, which is pinned to the bottom of the chat. Okay, so while the process feels, they're saying, the book is actually saying it's an intensely personal road or path that you're going to go down, and they're saying that it doesn't necessarily have to be as personal as what you're feeling it is, because this path that you're going to take will affect a number of people in your life. I'm actually at the point, as weird as it sounds. Okay, all right. So they want you to trust in your creativity. They want you to allow the inspirations to come through. All right, and they're Eliza, what's going on with you at the moment? Why am I feeling totally drained just right now? Why do I feel like I just feel like I need to rest. I feel like I have been to places that that nobody can believe, and it's absolutely, it feels like it's draining my energy, and I need to go outside and ground. I need to do some self-care. You need to watch from the sidelines just for a bit before you choose what's happening. No, Jill, it's not too late to donate. I mean, I don't know how long Tom's going to last for, but I will be getting.
I'm gonna hang here. I mean, I slept on and off.
Okay, right.
I planned on this, but I didn't. I'm happy to be here with the postal lady. Been a while.
Yeah, I absolutely have been to places you wouldn't believe. Yeah. So please do rest for the moment before you decide to take up. And resting, sometimes it's okay to think about this creativity, the places that you're going to go to, but they want you to rest up a little bit because it's important for you to be able to focus, which is what Mila's telling me all the time. Caroline, focus, focus. So stop, while you're relaxing, while you're taking time out, stop seeing yourself as the center of a process. Instead, see yourself as a partner in a creative dance. Right? It's like you've got this. Sometimes you might be inside the music and the feelings of the story and its expressions. Other times you might observe from the sidelines, watching it all flow from an unknown yet deeply intimate sense or source. So what you've got going on, Eliza, sometimes you need to watch or need to see the bigger picture. So think about it while you're resting and recovering, okay? It calls on you to be a channel and allow the creative energy to flow through you. You don't necessarily have to do anything with it at the moment. They're just asking you to allow the creative energy to flow. The energy of emotions is waiting to be given a voice. That's what it's saying to you. Just be that voice for the energy, that creative energy, when the timing is right. Okay. Something new is coming. Whether you paint, whether you sing, whether you dance, don't worry, because you will know it when it comes through. Tom.
This is just eerie. This is the first card that I pulled. Queen of Wands, which is your spiritual side. Wands is the spiritual minor arcana. Creativity, ambition.
Woo-hoo!
Out of that word came out of your mouth. And that's when I went like, holy shit, this game. It's just like our readings are just flowing together, supporting each other. Feminine energy of creativity and emotional intelligence combined with passion and heart-centered action are held within the Queen of Wands. In tarot, queens represent feminine energy that includes receptivity, creativity, nurturing, and love. The addition of the fire element combined with the intuitive water gives this queen action-driven capabilities for giving as well as receiving. There's a receiving there, too. I love it. In the general reading, I don't want to keep going. Because it just supports what you said. The Queen of Wands indicates an invitation to step fully into your own power.
Yep.
You own your ambition. Own your ambition. Help to take on leadership opportunities. As you claim your power, know that you're guided, protected now and always. Your confidence and sense of worthiness are elevated, and your reality will rise to match your energy. I also got the Knight of Cups. Emotional, and cups are the emotions. Emotional offerings and speed. The quest for love brings speedy results that may or may not stand the test of time. Pace yourself, and that's what you were saying, to rest.
Yes.
Pace yourself.
Yes.
And with love, I don't think that's necessarily physical or romantic love. Sometimes this is love of self or love of the situation or family or the situation you're in. And a lot of times I don't think we take the time or the energy to love ourselves. That's something that is a middle-aged, well, yeah, I'm not middle-aged, I'm aged now.
Don't say that.
It is so true. It came on me suddenly like, I didn't expect to live this long. This sucks. But
you get, you're sitting there and you're actually enjoying it. You're contemplating life. Sometimes, when we move past a certain age, we just contemplate. We look at life from a different way, from a different perspective.
Did Jill contribute? Or?
Yes, she did. So, Caroline, thank you for taking a great cause to help others. It's beautiful. You're so welcome. I had to do it, Jill. Tom's going to also be doing some from his platform with Christine, the kitchen witch. I will be continuing during the week to give, in as an exchange of energy, any readings that I do during the week will be also given to Penny as well, with the exception of Friday, which is always dedicated to anti-child trafficking. So, I'll be here all week, whether it's at night or during the day. And when Tom's on and I'm up, I will also be on his events.
And we're going to be doing these for a little while she's in this situation.
Yeah.
And I thank you. I absolutely love Penny.
Yeah.
And she, like said, she ghosted earlier in the show. I talked about how she ghosted us for 6 months because she was in such a deep, dark place, and she didn't want to bother anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And it pisses me off.
I know. But people do that. They think that they'll go as long as they possibly can.
You can't live on bread very long. Okay.
I've messaged you, Tom.
Okay. Let's see what you had to say. My gosh. I'm not saying it. My lips are sealed.
All right. So Jill. Jill. Let's do Jill. Do you have any questions that you'd like to ask Jill? Thank you so much, guys. You're amazing. Resonated so much. I'm so glad that it's resonated for you, Eliza. So glad. If you haven't written a review, Eliza, or this applies to anybody, if you haven't written a review, would you please go to my page and write a review or a recommendation so that others can see, and you can point them towards me or Tom or his site, which I haven't put up.
I don't have a site anymore.
Okay, yeah, but you're working with the kitchen witch.
Kitchen witch, yeah, she's my mentor and one of my primary abusers.
Yeah. All right, never a question. Okay, Jill. What do we have for Jill?
Annette is asking if you have time to read her in general.
Annette, I can do that for you, yes, but today is all about putting in a donation in US dollars in order to receive a card or a in-depth reading. So if you just want a card as a general, I can do that as well, but please, if you wouldn't, I can still do it for you. If you would put in a couple of dollars, that would be really great because it's helping Penny Evans and her family feed themselves.
She can't even feed her daughter.
That's okay.
Can't go to school or anything.
Yeah, that's okay. Just stay there, Annette. Just stay there. All right, now, Jill.
I'm almost afraid to pick a card.
I have card number 30, which is the number 3. Again, I like that particular number 3. It's the Trinity, and I always see that. And this particular card talks about shining through. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Shining through is the particular card that it is, and I want you to concentrate on the energy that's coming out of this. All right here. I want you to concentrate on that, Jill, because this card is meant for you, shining through. It talks about self-expression without filters or masks, authentic communication, being proud of who you are in the world, refusing to make yourself small just to belong to a particular place, certain people, certain friends, jobs, whatever. You don't have to make yourself small to belong to anybody. You are being called on to step into your true power and essence. This is one of those times when you're required to bring everything you are, all that you have learned, all that you've experienced, and integrated and offer it up as a service to the world, Jill. You've got things to do, woman. Now, I know it's not that long ago that I read for you, and I promise you, I cannot remember what I read to you, but this is for some reason they're making the hair stand up on the back of my neck. When you take center stage, you will be noticed. Yes, as you shine brightly, you will naturally stand apart from others. This idea may bring up excitement and genuine pride or discomfort. But this is not the time to make yourself small or avoid the glare of the spotlight and the potential punishment by others. That means that others may not like what it is that you're going to be doing for them, for yourself, but that don't mean shit. This is your path, and this is where you need to be. So make sure that you do it to be you, to be your more authentic version of yourself. It takes courage, but know that this is the right thing for you to do. You've come a long way, Jill, they're saying. You've come a long way, and it's kind of like the proverbial back of the room in learning and gathering all of the information that you can. And it's an important time for you to start serving now. Okay, you have to start putting things into motion. Now, okay, so they're just reminding me, Jill, please let me know if this is the right one. Were you the one that was intending to start up the healing practice? Just let me know if it is you, because I have you come a very long way. Okay, all right.
Your voice is kind of breaking up for whatever reason.
Mine is. Am I breaking up anybody?
No, you're fine now, but it was kind of like you were kind of fuzzy in the background. Now you're fine.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Hey, Kirsty says my donation wasn't for a read.
Okay, Kirsty, I'll have a look at it in a minute. Thank you, darling.
You, sweetie.
They're saying, Jill, that you are going to be one of these people that will be a lighthouse, and it just means that people that need your services, you're going to attract them in because of what it is that you're going to start for your future. Okay, people will naturally gravitate to you, to go to you for healing. I'm pretty sure that was you. Yes, I have. Is that what you mean by that? Were you the one that was starting up the healing business? Because they just keep saying to me, you don't need to ask her. You're on the ball. It's okay. But I have to do this because my ego wants to make sure that it's the right thing. I don't want to go off on a tangent and think that I'm saying the wrong thing to you. They're also saying that that you're ready to step into some form of new consciousness, seizing an opportunity to share the wisdom that you've got, that you've picked up along the way. So they also want you to be careful of the voices in your head that say you can't do this, or you don't know enough, or you won't shine. The better question is, who are you not to shine? Sorry. And all that you are and all that you have become is by the grace of the divine. Right now is your duty to share your gifts, so celebrate it. Tom.
I felt a beautiful, what I have just fit it with exactly what you said.
Yeah.
And what I had was, and this is different than what it might sound like, because I understand it, because I have this tendency to look in the past and let that be a roadblock for the future. And I got the Four of Cups. And it seems like a negative card, but what this is like a tendency. This is in the past tense. Apathy, stagnation. Looking at the past will not show you your future. Opportunities are everywhere if you shift your gaze and see them. You were talking about like self-sabotage or something,
Yeah,
negativity from
yeah.
the past. That's when I started babbling. And by the way, Annette, anything helps, and I guarantee you, you have no idea how much she appreciates it. You have no idea. She walked into work and she was weeping and had to put on a happy face and wipe her eyes. That's how much this touches Penny Evans.
Aww.
She just sent me something, and I didn't dare tell her what's going on. But I love this card. Stagnation and boredom loom large in the Four of Cups. A young man sits under a tree, his arms and legs both crossed, while the hand of the divine emerges from a cloud, offering him a cup. It can be challenging to shift your perspective and get excited for something new when you've been hurt or disappointed in the past, including with yourself. Will the next experience just be more of the same? Will you get your hopes up for nothing? These are the type of questions posed by the Four of Cups. Like emotions, water needs to flow, and the cups are all about flowing emotions. Like emotions, water needs to flow freely, and in this card, emotional energy is stagnant. In an effort to protect yourself from experiencing pain, you begin to restrict yourself from feeling anything, which leads to apathy. And I spent most of my life like that, that are screwed up on something or other. Um, that's why I really enjoy the feeling I get taking all this cough medicine.
She
Yeah,
said, just spot on, thinking it's not real, too good to be true, but I've got it. And you have
exactly,
got this. Absolutely
exactly.
got it.
And that brings us to the now and the future card, which is
The Two of Cups.
partnership and union.
Yep, yep.
The meeting of two brings balance and harmony in our nurturing relationships. This card indicates that you're ready to take on existing connection to a deeper level. The Two of Cups depicts two figures closely resembling the High Priestess and the Fool gazing into one another's eyes. They exchange cups. I don't mind going the other symbolism. The Two of Cups symbolize shared feelings of mutual attraction. The partnership may be romantic, with both partners sharing a connection that runs deeper than mere physical desire. Whatever form this relationship takes, there's nurturing energy present and a dynamic, equal give and take. You know what came to me, Caroline? I don't see this as a romantic thing. This may be a connection with her guides and the divine, a balanced relationship.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. And the balance of that relationship, I think, has got more to do with her spirituality and herself and integrating it into this world now.
That's what came to me when I read that Two of
Yep,
Cups. That
yep,
love is the love exchange between the divine
yep,
and her, whatever purpose or mission she has taken on now.
yeah,
I felt a beautiful download. You know, sometimes I'll feel a heart connection or like a body this comfortable connection, and I just felt it like a download running through me.
yep.
But
And Jill, sorry, go on.
you go. I'm done.
Jill, they're just saying that, I've just been asked to draw another card, which is card number 28, and it speaks about broken open. And what they're wanting to say to you is all of the things that you've been through in your past have all led to this particular place in time. All of the grief that you've been through, if you've had any shattered dreams, things that have failed you, it's all led to this. My husband passed last month and I've been getting signs from him. Okay. All right. So, that's the other thing too, that it's just been broken wide open, and it's giving you the ability to even have a greater capacity to love and to be more compassionate, to be empathetic towards people and to be understanding. And this is all being done for a reason. And when we go through those life lessons, we can't see them. All right. We can't see them. But at the tail end of it, when things are finally, or when they're starting to come together, this is when we see more of it. All right, so just know that that things are starting to fall into place for you, Jill. You know, and anybody else can take this on board if you want. This is starting to, 2023. At the start of 2023, I said to people that this year was about putting things into place that you'd been manifesting, that you've been caring for, that you've placed a seed in your mind for. In 2022 and preceding that. So, 2023 is about putting it into place. And it's time for you, Jill. Yes, absolutely. Aha moments. Absolutely. I've been connecting to all the dots like a puzzle piece. And that's what it's about, Jill. That is just absolutely brilliant that you've been doing that. All right, all of that wisdom that you're gaining now, it's all come at a cost. But fuck's sake, I mean, look, look at look at where you are. Look at all of those dots that you've connected. It is just brilliant. It's just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. You're muted.
That's because I was hacking and viewing again. Yeah. And wow, it's so, when some people pass from our lives, exes and whatnot, um, they're here to give us lessons, and sometimes they're our closest soulmates on the other side.
Yep.
They've been here for a specific purpose, and it's not always something that makes us happy because we won't grow otherwise. I won't grow unless something kicks me in the ass, usually. I say that because something new will come up here.
Yeah.
But, God, it was great reading for you, Jill, and maybe that was your ex. I got a beautiful flow, and I just felt like something divine or something, is rocking with you right now. And by the way, who was it, Lady Tina?
Annette. Tina. Oh, what are we doing? What you both are doing? Oh, beautiful. Okay, yes.
Yeah. And that, I guarantee you she appreciates that, man. They're living on a loaf of bread a day or something, if it's even that, a grandmother, a 14-year-old daughter, and the mother who's working, and
yes.
Everything counts, man. A couple dollars counts.
Absolutely. And that being said, Tom, we've got Jacqueline to do, and then we've got Annette, both of which is perhaps a card or two. That would be really good. So we'll do Jacqueline first because she's been in and out with her connection, and then we will do Annette. Jill says, I really believe he is. I wouldn't go back to him and told him I was too afraid he'd leave again. But after his passing, I heard he'd never leave. No, he's not going to leave you. Absolutely. All right, so Jacqueline, I'm going to use a numerology deck because, that's what they told me to use for you. Okay, so I'll just have to sit here for a minute. Who in the audience is feeling off balance? Somebody is feeling off balance. Somebody is feeling slightly lightheaded. Who is it? Because I'm picking you up. Amy. Okay, Amy. I want you to do some deep breathing here at the moment, Amy. I want you to just feel I want you to feel the breath going into your stomach, the whole of your stomach instead of your chest. It feels like it's anxiety that's bringing on this lightheadedness. So can you just sit there, please, while you're watching our live and focus on your breath while we're reading for Jacqueline. So you're welcome, Jill. You're welcome. Jacqueline, I picked up a card for you, and it's card number 7, the number 7 for you, and it's all about personal growth. The card is saying it indicates a time of significant growth and improvement, when you are being encouraged to be the best version of yourself. This is the time to ask yourself, who am I? What do I want from my life? And what is preventing me from achieving it? When you ask yourself these questions, observe what comes up, observe the triggers, observe the feeling of peace. Ask what it is that is coming up for you. Ask what is preventing you from achieving what you need to go through. Then acknowledge your mental and physical limitations and set the realistic goals to overcome them, and take the necessary steps to follow through. Use the desire and the determination, because they're saying to you that you haven't reached your full potential yet, Jacqueline. There are still things that you can improve on. And that being said, that is for all of us. It's not just because the card is for you, but that's a collective message as well. We are continually working on being better versions of ourselves. And it also says, by drawing this card, you are being encouraged to investigate anything that helps you raise your conscious awareness and enhances your self-esteem. It could be a book, it could be a CD, it could be an online seminar, a workshop, health program, yoga practice, even meditations, which I know you were doing in the past. I'm not so sure about now. My guides are saying they're laughing and going, he, she could do a little bit more. Or even life coaching, whatever suits your needs. Step into a direction, Jacqueline, regarding, regardless of what it is, because they're saying once you step into that, you'll start to set yourself up. Just let me know, Jacqueline, if this is resonating with you. And I guess the affirmation for this card is, I improve myself. I improve the circumstances of my life. Tom.
I'm going to tell you, she's hollering at her wee beasties. I shuffled that deck and cut it twice. Another major arcana. You're muted. This is freaking me the fuck out. Okay.
Another major arcana.
This is too weird. Too weird. And what came to me is, I believe I've known you or known of you about 2.5 years, Jacqueline. And I remember just how lovely you were, and the native heritage that you come from, and how much you've grown. How much it's like you're moved out of that victim mode, and you've moved into an entirely different space. That's what came to me as soon as I pulled a card. And the card that came up was Wheel of Fortune. Cycles, change. The Wheel of Fortune is always turning and illustrating that each moment is temporary, and that life is cyclical, not linear. I managed to get that word out without fucking it up. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. Surrender to the present. I love that. The Wheel of Fortune card allows you to gain a deeper understanding of life cycles of change. Its imagery has mystical, astrological, and occult symbolism, showing that many of the forces influencing our lives are mysterious and invisible. The wheel appears to float through the crowds, indicating our spiritual path is connected to the physical realm. The creatures in the clouds are zodiac signs. I don't want to go into all that. It's kind of a creepy looking card, actually. Snakes and all kinds of flying beasts and things. Cultivating a strong spiritual practice can ease negative moments. Wow, you just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Help us enjoy the positive moments and empower us to navigate the uncertain and challenging moments in our lives. Be understanding the cycles. By understanding the cycles of life on a deeper level, we can build our own strength and resilience. The Wheel of Fortunes asks you to focus on what you can control in order to find peace within. The uncertainty of change, and to let go of anything you cannot control. By doing this, you open yourself up to fated events and meetings without forcing your fate. What is meant for you will not miss you. One of the things that came to me as we were talking and going through this is we're always growing and going.
Yep.
It may not seem like it, and we may seem
Yep.
stagnated or we are going backwards, or it's in our health or whatever.
Yep. Absolutely. I agree.
And if we think we're going backwards, even with the many lives that virtually all of us have led, or you wouldn't be watching this live, you wouldn't be with this, you'd be sitting at the bar somewhere, or you'd be off doing something that be doing anything but this. We're all growing, all of us, all the time, no matter what we believe. I'm sorry, I'm done babbling.
No, that's okay.
Mila, yeah, I thought I was just going to pop in for a little bit and talk.
He seems to be standing in for Locky. He's doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, I get that, Annette. Yeah.
Okay, so we
where are we?
We've just done Jacqueline, and I'm hope. Oh, there she is. Just have a read of what she said before we go on to Annette. Yes, Tom, you have known. You have known each for a few years now. Oh my God, Tom, when I saw you on this live, I said the same thing of you, that the journey and growth has been an inspiration to witness. Basically, I was wowed of your presence, and what was humbly inspiring here today to see knowledge and growth for each other. Thank you, Tom and Caroline. There you go. He has grown a lot, Jacqueline. He has grown a lot.
I think of some of the stuff I was doing 2 years ago. I'm like, back when Brooke and I used to come on, I'm like, oh my God, thank God all those are gone.
Annette Grimstein, are you here, please? Annette, where are you? And that actually, that is the end so far of our donations. So if anybody else would like to pop in a donation, please do. We would love to be able to forward your donation on to Penny. I will be doing that after the live. And providing Penny doesn't mind saying how much we have raised for her, I will also post that too. So just let us know if you want to. I am forever in her. What does that mean? I think you wrote the wrong word, Annette. I am forever in her debt. I'm not quite sure what that means, Annette.
I think she was doing an audible, where you do the microphone. Really,
yeah, but it's forever in whose debt? It's some cough medicine, Tom. You've got great. Sonia reckons you've got some pretty good cough medicine there. Sonia's also been struggling with something like that as well. Says, you guys are amazing. You've been on for ages. Yeah.
I remember the Energizer. We called her the Energizer Bunny. I've watched her work through 5 other readers and be on for 5 hours and then come on the next day. So I don't know.
Tom, for the first time in
the postal lady is not human.
I do the best I can. Okay, Annette, I have a card here for you, and it's card number 6. It actually speaks about love. What's going on with you with love, Annette? I'm going to show you the card. Not that it means much, the picture in it, but it does talk about love. All right, it indicates that you need to see the world through the eyes of love. And to remember that all times that the only thing that really matters is love. And I know that's a hard filter to look through sometimes. But when we change our perspective about how we see things, like even through anger or being or crying or going through an emotion, if you see it from a space of love and try and understand the emotion and what it's teaching you, you actually come from a different perspective. I mean, they're all emotions that we need to tread carefully with, especially with anger, because it is just a representation of the emotions that we don't know how to filter through in our articulation of it. So, just bear in mind that to see it from a place of love, if you understand what I'm trying to say to you. So they're asking you to look beyond the illusion to see the beauty in the world, align yourself with source and the intentions for your soul, because you attract what you are. When you see through the eyes of love, that's what will surround you in all areas of your life. The card also tells you that there's a need to go within to recognize and address any limiting thoughts or beliefs that are holding you back. Now, having said that, we all have limiting beliefs about ourselves, all right? And the idea is to just break it down little bit by little bit each day or each minute or whatever it is that we do. We are constantly working on ourselves. So just that those beliefs, if you're breaking them down, you're doing the right thing. You're coming from a different space. You're coming from a different experience. Well, from the same experience, but you're coming from a more genuine self. Like you're being more accepting of all the things that are holding you back, and that in itself is growth. All right. You're confused about your beliefs. I'm noticing a lot of things I never did before. And this is good, Annette, all right? And it doesn't matter that you're confused about your beliefs because it's not ready. They're not ready for you to understand them completely yet. So keep going. And being accepting of yourself is just absolutely brilliant. The questions that they're asking to ask yourself here is, am I truly open to giving and receiving love? Do I truly believe that I'm worthy of love? And do I believe that love exists for me? All right, they're three very important questions that they want you to ask yourself and break them down again. If you are having issues with, surrounding yourself with love, why is it that you do that? Is it because the trigger for you is unhappiness, that every time you open yourself up to people that you are going to be hurt? Ask all of these things of yourself because it will help you grow through them. Um, the affirmation for this particular card is, I see through the eyes of love and I attract more love into my life. That is for you, Annette.
Yeah, Liz, I've seen her do over 5 hours too. Yeah, I know about the
Just this
energizing
week.
on here. She's an avatar. I don't think she's truly human. The postal lady. This is. I swear, I shuffled. I cleared it with a crystal. I did the 3 knock. Like, what the hell is going on? The first card I pulled, again, a major arcana.
The Wheel of Fortune. So there you are, Annette. You've
Cycles
turned
of
a full
change.
circle.
The wheel of fortune is always turning, illustrating that each moment is
Yep.
temporary and life is cyclical, not linear. And I swear, man, I went through these, and I cut them, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? So, cultivating a strong spiritual practice can ease negative moments. I think I'm going to look at the personal spiritual here. Fate is currently leading you forward on your path. You're moving from a painful cycle into a more harmonious one with new understanding and faith. Wow, that really fits with what you said. You trust in the process of life and the cycles of death and rebirth, meeting new people. Wow, that goes exactly with what you were saying, Carolyn, and embracing
Yep.
new situations that have entered your life. And then, as if that wasn't enough, the moon. I'm like, I shuffled. I cut twice. What the fornication?
This is good. This is good. Big lessons are being learned here this
The
particular
moon.
week.
The
Yes.
moon. Yeah, and this is going on for just about
Hmm.
everybody. People are having
Hmm.
trouble sleeping. We're having these wild dreams. We're waking up with all kinds of things. I'm hearing voices sometimes. I don't might be the call, sir, but dreams and illusion. What I loved about the moon illuminates what has been hidden, bringing,
Yes.
which is just what she was talking about, bringing it
Yep.
into light and asking you to listen to your intuitive messages. And it also talks about the shadows. Look, being willing to look at the shadow side of yourself and bring it into balance. Wow. I You want to know why you feel like you're in a movie? We are in a movie. We are on a stage. The physical 3D
Yep.
is like it's school. This is not reality. This is unreality. This is the physicists and the quantum science is starting to find that this is like a almost like a computer generated thing. They're finding more and more and more as they go into quantum physics, which I don't know shit about. I'm just talking about what other people are saying. But I saw that at one time in my life. I knew that somehow this wasn't real. And sometimes you can even see the ley lines or how things are created.
Yep.
Thank you all. I'm done. Do you have anything more?
No, I don't have any more. That was for you,
Thank you
and
all.
hopefully that has resonated with you.
Thank you for letting me read for you all. It's beautiful.
Yes, it has. It's been wonderful. Keep sending those love hearts across the screen. It's been a real illusion, but it's been an illusion, a real illusion.
Yeah, I
Yep.
understand what you're saying. It's very real. Everybody says, "Oh, I want to live in the 5D." I'm like, I'm just trying to figure out how. At 72, I'm trying to figure out how to function in 3D world and be a spiritual being here. And I got in trouble with a bunch of people because I said I don't give a fuck about the 5D, and they were charging people to connect them with the mothership orbiting Venus and things like that. I'm like, I'm not worrying about that. I
Yes.
accepted a 3D life and I ran from it my entire life. Many of us do because we take on painful lives.
Mm-hmm.
We take on painful childhoods and painful lives, and we make a lot and we take that damage and make a lot of mistakes from that damage. Or I wouldn't call them mistakes, but we go down heavy dark paths, and we need that to balance out to come where we're at, because those are the lessons the not love that we come here to learn.
That's it.
And
Tom,
it's easy.
Tom, Brooke says, card for
Hard.
me, Tommy. And then he said, please,
Brooke,
Tommy, I'll be
Brooke's
your
the one
best friend
that, yeah,
for
Brooke is
old
the one that
times.
started me on this path.
Yes,
We,
yes.
I came on with him and we used to just bullshit. We'd have 2 viewers and we just babble to each other for 3 hours, all kinds of crazy stuff. And then he figured out how to do this better than I ever did, and it went from there. Okay, Brooke, I am training to be a shaman, a Peruvian Paco in the Paco Cuna tradition.
I'll wait until after Tom has actually said his, and I have a card for you, Brooke. That's, of course, if you want one from me, Brooke, because you didn't actually mention my name, so I'm
Oh, oh,
heartbroken.
oh! Listen
I'm
to the
heartbroken.
listen to the postal lady.
Brooke,
So
minus
cool you
13.
jumped in, dude. I was talking about you early in the show, how that was how you and I started. My God, that was over 2 years ago. And I have, what is that? The Six of Wands. Hmm.
Oh, you
Wands
did too.
indicate the
Yes, you did too.
spiritual. I'm actually training in this, as weird as that is. I trained under the kitchen witch. Ha ha! At long last, victory and recognition. Your hard work is being rewarded. Revel in this victorious moment, surrounded by those who support you. After struggling your way through a period of competition and opposition, you emerge victoriously in the Six of Wands card. Known as the victory card, the Six of Wands brings good news, especially after a period of struggle. Yeah, dude. You've had a couple of years, brother. An important feature of this card is that it focuses on feeling proud of your accomplishments, acknowledging your success, accepting your praise from others without shame or downplaying your success. You've worked hard and you deserve recognition. You really have, man. So allow yourself to shine in this moment. Your enthusiasm has the ability to lift others up as well. He does have a quirky sense of humor, man. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell was that about? You are leveling up in all areas of your life. This is personal, spiritual. Enjoying your success and being recognized for your wonderful work you do. Good news is coming to you related to your home or personal life. You're feeling ready to take on a leadership role within your community or special interest group. And I loved. I remember when you said I'm going off on my zone, and you go ahead and pick this up. I'm like, oh hell no, I ain't doing this. Yeah, struggle last year and a half. I remember when you would not bow down to some of the rules that were in place, and you gave something up. I love it.
Brooke, do you have any feedback for him? Or I guess you've been giving feedback, so that's okay.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Brooke,
He said hello, gorgeous.
He did way back up the top of the feed. So I take that back, Brooke. I stand corrected. Okay, Brookie babe, you have card number 36, which is 8. If you're doing any numerology or any angel numbers, please go and have a look at it up. I can't look it up at the moment because I've got this card in front of me. And it says, let me see if I can get it focused. Oh, come on, guys. It says seeing beyond, all right? Notice this up here, all right? What it is saying to you is it's talking about the capacity to imagine something that looks beyond the material world, that is beyond the obvious, the realm of transpersonal options and possibilities. Get out of your own way and discard your projected outcomes. 8, I know. 8, 1, 8, lunch before. 9, Brooke. 9, not 8. Do you consider things only within the framework of what you already know? And I know you look outside of the box, all right? So, but I'm just reading this because that's what my guides told me to do. Or can you allow yourself to see beyond into the vastness of potential? We are all gifted with magical abilities of imagination, and when we open to it, we become a conduit for the divine vision greater than our own. There are 2 ways to view the world and co-create with it. One is from a face value perspective. What you see is what you get. And the second is allowing your imagination to see beyond what something is right now and move into a place that didn't yet exist in the material world. In this cosmic playground of possibilities, you see into the future where anything you imagine has the potential to become real. If you use your imagination, Brooke, I'm getting a really gentle, soft feeling about you at the moment. I'm picking up that you're really content with yourself at the moment. I just feel very relaxed. So this is what I'm picking up for you. If you use your imagination faithfully and consciously, avoiding the traps of fearful projections and drama, you can connect to any reality you truly want to experience. When you open yourself up even further, you're often gifted with the visions, which I know that you know what I'm talking about. As you practice, you can reimagination that vision over and over to strengthen it, which is kind of like manifesting, I guess. As you channel these visions through, you can become a superconductor for the world. Today, know that your vision what you imagine forming in the invisible will be delivered into the material world. This is what they're saying to you. So you're manifesting whatever you're manifesting at the moment, Brooke, it will come into being in the now. Don't worry about the timing of things. This is in the hands of the universe. Your job is to continue to imagine, to take few forward steps, then imagine a little more. The universe's job is to make it real. All right, and they're asking you to do that in partnership with it. And you know, they're saying also that there is some sort of release that needs to happen for you as well, Brooke. There's still something that is kind of holding you back, and I'm not quite sure what it is. They're saying it's not too much of an issue for you, and that you're still working through that. Okay, doing self. Okay, absolutely no preconceptions. I'm learning to get yes. All right, so that's through this card here. All right. Willing release. Emotional. It's more of an emotional release, is it, Brooke? It's talking about a divine plan, releasing attachments to form, especially if it's something that you weren't expecting or wanted to leave in your past. Some days they're saying that you have to let go of your struggles for an answer. And being a Virgo, I also understand this. All right, you keep going and going down a rabbit hole, and sometimes it just doesn't fucking stop. This doesn't mean that you're giving up altogether or losing anything. Just remember that we're co-creating a partnership with the divine, you know, with your path, with where you're going. It is all about, as you keep saying, Brooke, it's all about now. You do your part by setting your intention and taking the necessary action, but you also have to surrender to what was. So that is for you, Brooke. That is what they're telling me. Yeah. And they're just saying, look beyond the ordinary. Look into, you've got a looking glass. I'm sure, Brooke, that you do that. And I mean, I know you're all about the now and living in the now, but whatever you're doing is in the now. Whatever you're feeling is in the now. Whatever was in the past is still the now. So I get that. All right. Love and light to you, Brookie.
Hey, Brooke.
Let's see
Yeah.
what
I was just talking about him earlier in the show, too, wasn't I? I manifested him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely no preconceptions. I'm learning
so I started doing this. I'd never imagined.
Oh, I do that.
Directions we did.
All right. Okay. We're coming up to 3 hours, guys. So unless, pardon me, somebody has put through a donation, I think we might just make this the last one. Well, that was the last one for Brooke. Can I get a free? We're just winding this up, Crystal, but I will be back tomorrow with Misty on the live during the day. So please come and join us then. I will be live all week.
A true professional.
Yes.
You bet. Yes. Oh, I'm so pumped that Misty's going to be here. I'll watch it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to come in on that one. No way am I going to come on with that powerhouse.
Why?
That ain't happening.
No, well, see, it's not. I haven't actually organised with Misty to for her donations to go to Penny. What I'm doing for that particular live is just having an ordinary live, but my donations will be going towards Penny. So whatever part is mine will be going to Penny.
Hi, Jill. It was beautiful tuning in and reading for you. Bye, Brookie.
Bye, Brooke.
Don't lop any part. Don't lop any more parts off me with a sword in future lives, okay? He and I've been around a little bit together. So.
Crystal, would you like to put through a very small donation for Penny? And I will wait for you to do that. It's pinned in the comments. If you'd like to put through a small donation, I can do that for you. Just let me know whether or not you'd like to do that. Any donation is a donation for her. You need to sleep, Tom. Yeah, Tom's been napping during the day, Sonia.
I've been
That's why
napping
Tom's
and
still here.
taking cough medicine and NyQuil and all kinds of crazy
Yeah.
shit. So yeah. But yeah, the giant kitty, this great big 25-pound tabby Maine Coon, is curled up next to the wife on my side of the bed, and he won't want to move. You should see the looks he gives me.
Oh,
Stay
really?
away. Oh God, you just wouldn't imagine the looks he gives me, man. He's almost human. He wants to, his life revolves around. He follows her around like a dog.
Aw.
Oh yeah,
That is
big
just
cat.
so
Oh, he's
cute.
bigger. He's so much bigger than your dogs. You just wouldn't believe it. So yeah, and he rips out great big wads of cat hair. So I crawl in bed and I wake up in the morning with it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she says beautiful cats. That's part of the reason why I have poodles, because they don't shed hair, so that suits me right down to the ground.
Yeah.
Sonia says she loves Maine Coons. And Susie says, that was a super magical afternoon. So great of you to do this for Penny. I'd love hearing all the advice and the fantastic readings. Lots of great banter and laughs as well. Many blessings. Susie, you're a beautiful human being. Don't you ever forget that, all right?
Oh man, that thing has 4-inch hairs on its belly.
No.
It is so freaking hairy.
Susie wants to know if you've got a picture.
Let me see if
you have, send it to me and I'll send it to her in
I'll
Messenger.
send it to you. I will go ahead and send it before I leave here tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to go. I call it kitty whipping. I yell at it and threaten it. Yeah, and I believe, boy, that cat is with her, man. It is her familiar. I have a little white kitty that crawls up, and I've got a Misha. I'm training to be a Peruvian shaman right now. And the cat has become obsessed with me ever since I started the training in November. Crawls all over me, this little white female, and crawls all around my Misha, which is my little altar. Yeah. Oh, you guys probably have imported them. They were sending this one over to England when they found out he had a problem, so she was able to buy him cheap.
Oh, wow.
Well, one of his testicles didn't drop, so they were going to breed him. They were going to ship him to England. So that's how he ended up with it.
Sonia slept 40. Oh my God! Mine are only a couple of kilos each.
That's not a dog. That's not a dog. That's not a dog. That's a beast. My God. My God. If it was a male, I'd wear a chastity belt if I were you. Holy shit, that's a big beast.
It's huge. It's huge. All right, guys. I think we might wind this up for today. We've been going for just on 3 hours now. So I just wanted to say thank you for all the donations that have come through. Penny is just, like she is.
Give me a final tally before we go.
Or you talk then, and I'll tally.
Yeah. Hey, I've seen her do 5.5 hours or something back in the day. I've seen her work her way through like 5 readers, man. Then they're like, I can't do this anymore. But the Energizer Bunny, goddess of the white. Yeah. And I'm so glad. Thank you so much for doing this for my dear friend, Penny.
Oh, well, no, I think you and I came up with this idea together. We're sort of like a collective thing.
Yeah. And I'm doing my part too. I don't have a page that broad. I used to do these all the time. I may be doing one with Mandy also.
Good.
Sometime during the week. So we'll see how that goes. I can call her hours on my screen in past lives, actually. I don't even want to know.
Jill, Susie, marathon effort. I can call her hours on my screen in past. Yes, absolutely. You can. Oh, I can see all her hours. Yes, you can. And YouTube comes up with all of that as well, which is pretty cool. It comes up with all of them collectively because I don't have very many posts on there. All right, guys, we are ending this.
Thank you so
Tom,
much.
do you want to talk in the background, or are you?
Yep.
Do you want to go?
I'll stay on for a minute when you go off.
Yeah.
I'll stay here
All right.
and babble with you for a few minutes.
Okay, and then
Love
I
you
have to
guys.
go off because I've got a healing to do after this, so we won't be long. All right, for the
Love you
people,
guys.
whoever's in the comments at the moment, the person that I'm doing the healing for, I will be with you shortly. All right, so love and light to you, everybody. Thank you so much. I
Thank
will be
you.
back live again tomorrow with Misty. My donations will be going to Penny, and Misty can just she's such a brilliant she's a medical medium as amongst other
Wow.
things, and she's just brilliant. So please step in and watch us if you like, because we will be here at what time? We will be here 12 noon Australian Eastern Standard Time, which I believe is around 10:30 at night time for you guys. No, 8 o'clock Mountain Time.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's on Mountain or Central. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, she said mountain, so I'm guessing that that's yeah.
She's
So
in
hopefully we'll.
South Dakota, I think.
Mm. All right, people. Love and light.
I just wanted to do one promo for
Yep.
Misty. She told me over a year ago that she saw that I had a heart problem. I needed to take care of it. Well, last year in September, they said the VA told me, "You've had a bunch of heart attacks, dude." I'm like, "Oh, wow, man." And then I got where I couldn't breathe. I went off on a weekend spiritual retreat, and I had to go into they put me in the hospital, man, because I had
Yes.
congestive heart failure,
Yes.
and I found out I had
Yes.
25% heart left. So Misty told me over a year before, and I was telling her that. She's like, "I don't remember any of that shit."
Not what that's what they're not meant for us to keep.
Yeah, and she says, "I
What
don't
they
remember
do.
any of that." And I says, "Oh, you did this and you did that." She said, "Whatever, dude." So anyway,
Yeah.
and she also
All
brought
right.
my mother through, which is another story. We'll see
Yeah.
you guys later.
Okay, I'll put up the event, people, for Misty and I tomorrow on my page. So please look out for it and hit the going button or the interested button, and you'll be notified when it's happening. So love and light to you all, and thank you so much again for a
Bye-bye.
huge effort for donations today. I'm just absolutely floored,
I
and
might
as
be
I
here.
said,
So
hey.
I don't mean to. I just meant I'm going to try to be here with Penny Pridemore on Wednesday.
Yes, well,
Got
that's on. That's going to be on Wednesday.
hmm
It's going to be 12 noon, so whatever time that is for you, Tom. 5 hours or 6 hours before now.
That's going to be like 10 something, so 10 o'clock somewhere in there.
Yeah, so that's on
You're 14
Wednesday.
hours ahead of us, so
Yeah,
that's
well, it's nearly 6 o'clock now, PM. So it will be for me. It will be 6 hours before now, the
yeah,
time that it is now.
yeah. It's 3:44 a.m. here.
Oh, okay. So six. That's about 9 o'clock at night. All right, guys, we got to go. We got to go. Love and light
Bye.
to you. Good night.